The Inner Sphere, year 3025. The Secession Wars still rage across the breadth of humanity, technology spirals into decline, and the Battlemechs still reign sovereign over the battlefield. Welcome, Mechwarriors, Great House Nobles, and Comstar Acolytes, to the Mercenary's Doom, a Mechwarrior Destiny miniseries brought to you by Neon Lights Roleplay. I'm Foxy, your Stratcom XO, Maestro, and Liaison for tonight's contract. I hope your local amputation is functional. You have a comfortable seat for the evening. Be sure you slam the links popping up in the chat module of your cockpit to join the Neon Lights Roleplay community. And before we get any further, let's introduce our mercenaries. First up, packing 2 tons of confected AC-10 ammo, it's Eggshan.
Oh shit! Tonight I'm playing River. Should be good. Warhammering it up. That's all for me.
Warhammer? That's the wrong war game. Sorry, I had to. Up next, the only person I can find with the authentic actuators and narrow low-profile quirk, it's RJ.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ. You can catch me RJ2 on Twitter, in every other social sphere. Today I'll be playing Gary House, whose call sign is Goose.
Gotta love our little kid, I tell you, but I'll save that for when we get into the action with you, yeah? Up next, first produced in 2708 in the foundries of Earthworks Engineering on Terra, it's Rainy Keys.
Hi, hello, my name is Rainy, or Rainy Keys. You can find me under that moniker anywhere else you can look up. Tonight I will be playing Herta Bancroft, call sign Sugar Rocks, where I'm going to be bashing some bots to bits in my Wolverine.
I look forward to letting you bash bots, ideally to bits. And lastly, but certainly very far from least, equipped as standard with Star League era double heat sinks, it skips a 3.
Hi, that's me. Bailey, your Skips is free on most social media places. Underscore. I'll be playing the Air Zombie.
Well, many things that could be said about Sierra, but I'll once again let those be said by the action. So, friends, as I've already mentioned, I'm Foxy, as stated, and before we get started tonight, my higher-ups have asked me to advise you all that the Battletech universe is not a lighthearted one. Our mercs here have been briefed on what to expect and have fiercely their own plans, but unfortunately, we could not negotiate for those in contract for you guys at home. Tonight's show may include sensitive content such as general violence, death, mentions of unjust warfare, socio-political conflict, and personal loss. If any of those seem a bit too much for you, if the battle grid looks a little too hot, please feel free to change the tab, close the stream, or otherwise step away from broadcast and the last proponent for insisting to provide exfil. We'll see you back here in the future. With contract negotiations out of the way, let's drop right back into the action. Our scene begins in the quiet void of space, an endless black lit by 1,000 points of light, slowly glittering and twinkling as a shape manifests in pure hard light. Before in a warp snap microsecond, a massive needle-like jump ship warps into system. KF boom stabilized, detaching, dropships away, you're on your own. From the side, on a small boom, a spheroid-like craft detaches from a connection boom. Several small thrusters on its side activate and begin to power the craft forward on thrust gravity, directly towards what looks to be the smallest of the 6 or 7 dust balls in this ragtag system on the corner of rimward space. Welcome, friends, to Salient. We find ourselves passing through the spheroid hull in space drifting of the Gunnice class dropship, known entirely as the Last Trip Home. Its hull, bedecked in a purple and blue scheme and painted over, is patchwork, but certainly still functional. And as she thrusts forward on rickety drives, powering towards the planet below, we move our way inside to, let's say, a slightly passive mech bay. Or not even the mech bay yet. Anywhere else in the ship in particular. Mercs, you've been dropship traveling you've been traveling via jump for about the last month or so. Takes a bit of time to recharge it between system skips, and unfortunately, it's no way to speed that up. So you've been spending a lot of your time just, well, waiting, unfortunately. So as we pass ourselves around, how about each of you tell me, what do you think it is you're currently up to as your KF boom detaches and your ship begins to move through system? Let's start with River.
Oh, putting me on the spot here. Did you say we're not in the mech bay, or can I be in the mech bay?
You could be. If you'd like to be in your mech bay, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I imagine that River is, as usual, when they're zoning out in the mech bay, humming to themselves. And on this particular occasion, he's taken some of this time to just practice his welding technique. Making some nice loops with his torch welder. Because what better way to pass the time?
Absolutely. You have a small little corner of your mech bay off to yourself. It's not even too far from your slumber cubicle, which is right next to your personal mech area in your bay. So you can make your way comfortable there while techs are busy all around you, futzing about with various things here or there. You eventually hear that sort of characteristic 2 chimes with a brief pause followed by a 3rd chime that indicates that your ship is officially undocked from the jump drive and is now making its way on its own power towards the system. Effectively means you're all maybe a day or so out from your contract location. But before we see how River reacts to what happens next, let's pass ourselves around. Let's go with Goose. It's from the squad's oldest to its youngest. Where do you find yourself, having just exited jump ship travel?
Is the gravity on?
Thrust gravity is in effect. It's still a little wonky, so you might have about a half second or so of like gravity getting back to about a full 1G as the ship powers itself up to full thrust, but it's gravity.
Is it possible to lower the gravity in a certain area of the ship without affecting any of the other fields?
You'd have to ask the crew, but yeah, not impossible.
If possible, Goose has toned down the gravity in his room. He has on a pair of like VR goggles and has a controller in his hands as he's like floating upside down, blasting asteroids.
I think that's absolutely cute enough that I'm going to allow that with no question. In fact, Goose, you barely notice the ship shudder as it departs from its KF boom and begins to power under thrust because you're, well, hovering in the middle of your room. Nothing really changes too much for you, although where before it felt like you were maybe kind of swimming through like a viscous liquid, it starts feeling more like you're swimming through like pudding or jello. Your movement become a bit more stiff and stagnant as you're recognizing that gravity's a bit more realigning itself over the ship somewhat, even over your portion of it.
Goose immediately throws off their VR headset and whips around like, wasn't me, I swear. Okay. Lowering their VR head goggles back and starts blasting again.
And just before you put your goggle back on, you once as well hear that double chime, pause, single chime, implying that the ship is once more under thrust gravity and you are in system. Before we get any reaction to that, let's pass our way on. Let's do Sierra next, why not? Where do you think you find yourself having exited jump travel?
Don't think she'd be too away. You tell me if it is playing cards with Seth, perhaps?
Doesn't seem like a problem to me at all.
Okay, so I think she'd be doing some low-key gambling. My mic is being... Tell me...
Just a little bit. Seems like it peaks every now and then.
Down. Tell me if it's better or worse. Yeah, playing cards with Seth to see if... Yeah, just doing some casual gambling.
Why don't you tell me, Sierra? You managed to squeeze... Oh, you were right at the end of a hand before the ship slipped itself into jump travel. People will tell you different stories about what it feels like to jump suddenly. It's, 1 second you are somewhere, and then you're kind of briefly frozen in time, still able to process time for about a minute, and then suddenly you're reinserted back into what you were doing as if nothing happened. You were just about to slam down your last card when the ship reasserted itself. Why don't you tell me what your last card is and whether it wins you or loses you this hand?
Ooh, I think she does lose. I think her final card is sort of like trying to win at like hearts, but definitely doesn't make the cut for it. Also, this is a little bit telling. I don't personally gamble, but Sierra does. So
It's fine.
Yeah.
You throw down your 2 pair, thinking like, solid hand, not a problem. And you throw down solid 2 pair and look across. The camera slowly pans up to a slightly aged face bearing sort of gray blue hair that looks at you with a halfway between a smirk and just a disappointed grin and just, oof. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, kid. Sorry.
When are you gonna stop calling me kid?
When you start winning.
Look, I've won in the game of love, and that's all that matters.
Whatever. Go find your husband. You're getting briefed soon anyway.
Okay, fine. I mean, don't be a spoiler sport or anything like that. Go find River.
I won! And he just gets up and, ambles back over towards the bay. You! Over there! Off the boom!
Right back to yelling to people, I see.
And with that said, you, almost on cue, hear that signature, double chime, pause, single chime, letting you once again know that you are officially in system and moving towards your mission location, meaning you're probably going to be briefed with your liaison pretty soon.
Do we enter relatively quickly into our mechs at that point, or do we meet at the bay or something?
You're gonna probably be getting orders on where to go next once I get through one last player's opening.
Oh, okay, sorry.
16 transition. Herda, where do you find yourself as the dropship reasserts itself under thrust gravity and makes its way towards its location?
Probably not too far. Wherever she's crammed herself into the last trip home to made for her own sort of little training space, probably just running through hand-to-hand drills with her twin Psyche.
Absolutely. There's a sizable enough space next to your mech bay, obviously, a cubicle, so that's not necessarily taken up too. I want you to tell me, in a similar fashion to what happened with Sierra, as the ship reasserts itself through drive travel, what last move or maneuver were you and Psyche in the middle of, and how's it look?
Oh, God. Much like how Sierra doesn't know how to, or Bailey doesn't know how to gamble, Rainey doesn't know how to talk hand-to-hand fighting terms. I guess it would have been, probably a standard block on, a single arm block, I think, on, Herda's side from deflecting, a kick from Psyche, I guess? Or, yeah, it would be. She's trying to get her sister through the drills of, actually physically fighting more, so she's taking more of a defensive stance in this aspect.
Sure. As the ship reasserts itself under its own control, you see Psyche's last kick kind of get shunted down some by the researching gravity and sort of meet your arm a little bit lower than intended. It doesn't hurt in any serious way, but might leave a little bit of a light bruise at some point. But otherwise, you're fine.
Yeah, Psyche just or not Psyche. Herda just shakes her arm and looks at her twin. You good? Your ankle's not hurt, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry. Are you?
She holds up her arm. You think I've been through worse. Remember when Mom tripped over that one barrel with Mom? Giant old goose egg. Lived through worse.
She goes to laugh at you, and before she gets any laugh out, you can hear that double chime followed by pause and then single chime. Up. We're in system.
Mm-hmm. Scurry on before Yao starts yelling for you.
And she kind of just gives a little nod and scampers away. And it's at that moment that the four of you simultaneously hear the Last Trip's Home PA go live and just, Mechwarriors on station in the bridge. We're briefing with a liaison. You are all.
I was going to say Sierra will be a lady and help River up and then go.
I was gonna say, I imagine River kind of ignores it, doesn't hear it. Questionable at first.
Yeah.
But they will begrudgingly join.
Sierra will come and get.
Everyone catches up with Goose in the hallway who has jelly legs from being in zero grav for so long.
Whoa! You okay there?
Jelly legs, let's go.
The four of you gather up and make your way towards the bridge. The bridge of the last trip home is sizable enough for a dropship. Certainly a little bit more cramped than if any of you have been on, I don't know, say a Union or an Overlord, per se. But for a ship of this size, it services. There are two bridge officers who are busying themselves with navigation systems and telemetry, respectively. In the very front, at the kind of helm space, you can see a view glass port where there is seated one Ensign Lane Schreiber, who doesn't turn back to face any of you at all, but as she hears the door open, you can hear her pipe up and just, "Hey, you four, it's busy."
You know we're always busy with stuff. Where's Camilla?
Just immediately after that, you'll see a side bridge open from an officer's quarters, and out from the side will just, on cue, several people who are all currently working, the exception being Lane, will all just immediately pop themselves to a quick salute, and then busy themselves once again. Camilla just turns and greets you all as you are greeted by one Camilla Starans, the Drake Fangs XO. How do you four?
Hey.
Hope you handle travel well.
Very sarcastic sort of salute, like.
Please, I'm never getting used to that.
Oh, we don't need to do it anymore, huh?
I'm not your captain, Goose. Not necessary.
Oh, I thought it was like general. Good save. That would have got me messed up.
Nonetheless, I would be on your P's and Q's. A liaison jumping out with taking the next jump out, but while we have contact, he wants to brief us on the system on while we're on travel system. So, make yourselves look pretty.
I mean, aren't we always?
I was gonna say, it's not that difficult.
Herta just like licks her thumb, reaches over to Goose's eyebrows, and just.
Oh, thanks.
Gotta stop wearing that headset so often, kid.
There is a literal dent. The headset dent in his hair.
It is hair.
Gamers apparently do get like the dent in their head.
It's the hair
Not
dent.
the head dent.
Camilla, for her part, just kind of rolls her eyes a bit and just, another day on the job, I suppose. And turns and activates your Frapcom. You'll also see a window pop up over Hollis display. On one side, it has all of your ready displays and shows all of your active mechs and current statuses. It unfortunately has not been updated and thus still includes two currently KIA pilots you might recognize. It also includes your current location, your inbound setup, and your contract objectives. Alongside of it, a window pops up. It's fuzzy and distant, and there's occasional static in the connection. Even this close, still in system, communicating across ships is finicky, with technology not being as, well, up to snuff as it should be. Nonetheless, familiar face manifests, suit and tie, glasses focused, and hair swept back. It is one, Daemar Hyun, who is your mercenary liaison, and the one who offered you this contract when you were left on Heretitus. Mercenaries, I thank you for your time.
And we thank you for yours.
I understand you've already read the briefing, and thus I have no need to reprise you on simple things. Irregardless, I'll prep you on basic situations.
What if somebody didn't read the briefing?
Then it would do them to know, as he kind of gets a brief tick over his eyebrow, that you are currently inbound towards Salient 7. It's a mining and scrap planet. Small in scale, but produces enough output to help out both our realm as well as Torian Concordate and the Federated Sun to a limited degree. While we would normally be loath to allow enemy states access to a world so important, we've been pressed for resources. Thus, when contact was lost with a large facility on station, we couldn't afford to send house units. That is where you come in. We believe your OP4 to be pirates. We can identify their unit left. There are a couple of random bands of brigadiers functional in the rift around this part of the periphery. Nonetheless, we ask you to land on planet, identify what forces are present, what facility they've taken over, and eliminate them. And thus remain on planet until we can reinforce you. Other questions?
Yeah, do you need confirmed kills, or do you just need, mechs down?
I need
Capture,
non-living
collect-
pirates from my troops alive.
Okay, confirmed kills it is then.
And you would know, Sierra, that's attitudes towards pirates, brigadiers, privateers, and hell, even mercenaries varies, depending on who you talk to in the inner sphere. And while your liaison here certainly keeps a professional air as much as possible, it's not hard to tell that he has a bit of a disdain for pirates.
Okay, well, with that bandit off, is there anything we know about these pirates that we might need to be cautious of or anything like that? Like what mechs they're piloting, numbers?
Your XO has been provided a combat brief preparing with whatever information we have. We have no identifiers on the unit, or what unit they are operating on planet currently. However, one could assume, given they are capable of holding a facility for a long enough time, they are well equipped. For pirates, at least.
Okay, and what's our signal for retreat? Not that I'm saying it's necessary. I know that we always get the job done, but...
That's actually where Camilla pipes in and just... Well, we have no plans to breach orbit once we land here. This planet, as we know, gets covered in ash storms. If we aren't lucky and time things properly, we can get swept up in them, either on the way in or on the way out. It's best if we land on planet and remain somewhere at the forward operating base. Effectively, your fallback point is us. Things get hairy, get back on the ship.
Understood.
I can live with that.
Danemar takes a moment to kind of look you all over and just... I understand, mercenaries, that this contract represents a possible turn in your fortunes. I was not briefing the situation, but from what I gather, you've fallen on hard times lately. Know then that this contract comes not only with proper competition, but with the gratification of House Hun, House Liao, the Chancellor, and the Confederation as a whole.
Thank you for all the accolades. Are you going to be joining us, or do you want us to report in like a day, 4 hours?
I will be jumping off system momentarily. Further business further forward. Your XO has a line to contact me once you return to Hero Titus and can collect your payments.
Indeed, then we shall do the house proud.
He looks over, offers you a kind of... It's hard to tell behind the mask of professionalism, but the corners of his smile do quirk, of his mouth do quirk up just a bit. For the Confederation, then.
For the Confederation, then.
And with a salute that he kind of gives, that Liv River you'd recognize as a House Liao military salute. It's a quick hand over the chest and then brought up towards the throat and then back outwards. Which he then, holds out to you, and then the line goes blank. Camilla, who's been futzing about with her ponytail the entire time, just... Wait then. Any further questions for me? We're about a day and a half out from Sifton, so you have time to prep yourselves, but if there's nothing else.
I got a quick question. Did anyone else get the vibe that that man was flirting with my wife?
No, that's
Okay.
Liao talking to Liao. How? Liao talking to Liao. It's
River is trying to stifle laughter.
Goose is unfolding an imaginary shovel and handing it to Hersha.
you know shit shovel. You shovel your own shit.
It's a real good thing that y'all did all the talking, because man, did I want to say I'll pack the extra lethal lasers.
I mean, I'm sure that man's go with all types.
Mila just says, speaking of lasers and relevant equipment, it's important you know that logistically, we are not waiting into an industrial hub down here. Repair bays, facilities like that are going to be scarce. If you can make your way back here, well, we can probably scrap you up, but as you all know, we're not exactly swimming in spare parts.
Do we got any of those tracking beacon thingies that we could just drop off after we fight some stuff so you can start salvaging stuff?
Weapon pods have been loaded with tracking beacons and probes. If you got somewhere of a battlefield, we can send people out to recover.
What's our
So I was gonna say I do have a tracking bug available in equipment, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about exactly.
No, it's for salvage rights. You know, whenever back
Oh,
when we
I
would
see.
get salvage rights with Drake.
Okay, well, it didn't sound like Lau had any kind of comment about not doing that.
Well, that's in our.
Camilla-
That would be in our contract brief, right, Camilla?
She does flinch a little at the reference to Captain Drake, just a little, not enough to be like furious, but just kind of like. We've negotiated for a 70% salvage share with House Liao for any battlefield and salvage we recover. Assuming we'll be fighting pirates and anything they have is worth taking, we can get our hands on the worthwhile spare parts. It's the cockpit, yes.
Sure, whatever you say, sis.
I hate it when you say things like that.
Oh, familial bonds? You don't like that now? Okay, don't worry about it. I'll be in a meching out of your hair in no time flat.
She looks like she's trying to say something, but just kind of.
I can see that the workplace has turned hostile at this moment, and I shall now beat a retreat.
Yeah, I was working on fuel and ammunition for you all. Should be done by the time we're on station. So, if you want to spend your time in the mech base, hang out there. Otherwise, you're on back till we land. We'll see you soon.
Very well.
I will linger a little bit and just get in on Camilla, unless she totally shuts me down and all that.
She doesn't. She doesn't. She turns to the Stratcom HQ and begins messing with things. She doesn't turn away from you fully. You know, if you stick around, she won't be get out. You know.
Okay, yeah, she'll stick around. She'll definitely do that annoying thing where you sit up on the counter so the person can't do the thing that they're trying to do in the
Oof.
space. But gossip
Not
time kind of sitting, not mean, you know?
She swipes a hand away from a thing and just. Did you need something?
I just wanted to check in on you and see how you're doing. You've been awfully to yourself more so than usual this last month.
Well, I've been busy. I already handled strategic field operations and conflict negotiations for most of us, but the captain usually handled talking to liaisons. It's been an extra workload.
Of course, but how are you?
I miss him. Dearly. I suppose we all do.
Do you, after this, want to see about, into the crew about rooting back to, do a retrieval? Or let it sleep in black?
I think it's time we all do some moving on.
Okay, I'll let you think on it. I'll see you in like, I don't know, 6 hours or something like that. So don't worry your pretty little head.
I'll be up here working until we get ourselves on planet, so bother Lane if someone else on the bridge if you need me. Please don't bother me.
Oh, okay. Why don't I leave you guys to the busy work? Go down. Bay.
She kind of stops you, just said, Sierra, we have only so much information on what we're walking into down there. And we don't have the captains tell us when we're doing something stupid nowadays, so be careful down there.
Of course. Love you too. I'll talk to you later. Don't worry about it. Been doing this a long time, Camilla.
She rolls her eyes somewhat and kind of waves you off, but the camera lingers as the door closes behind you, and she just... So was he. So, friends, if there's anything super urgent you feel like you all need to do right now, let me know. Note that, again, as mentioned, you still have about a good day and a half until you are actually in orbit and making your way to land. So you don't need to be like making your preparations to get ready to get out right now. If you want to get back to some video games or some humming or some gambling, you have time to do that. Or some fighting your sister, I guess. I don't know.
It's calm. It's supposed to make her better. I can't protect her. I can't protect Psyche all the dang time. Now can I?
How often does Herta recruit other members of the crew to assist in this combat self, not at all secrets?
No, it's not a secret thing. It's just Herta only knows how to run the drills just with Psyche. She does not try it against other people. Just because of Psyche's comfort with this stuff. It's a lot of just mom things that they used to run with. So.
I was going to say, I imagine that River would have joined Goose in tactically retreating to a rearward base during that awkward conversation.
Herta was the last one out, only just to at least blow a kiss towards Lane before leaving.
Sierra doesn't understand the meaning of awkward, so doesn't care.
Well, then, assuming you all resume to your usual shenanigans for the next day or so, I'd say we'll give ourselves kind of a quick literal, good old Star Wars Luma wipe, literally following the dropship's hull as it moves towards the hull of the planet. A nice wipe across the screen as we see the dropship slowly cut off its thrusters, slowly shift its altitude in orbit, and begin to shift into a descent pattern directly above the large sort of gray-white ball that is Salient 7. You're all home. Yeah, all of you are home for the next, well, until the job's done, I suppose. As you all drop, or as the ship begins to shift itself into this position, wherever you all are on the ship, you'll once again hear the PA system cut on, and it's Lane this time, and just moving into orbit, preparing for drop in 20. Mechwarriors to your stations. Hang on tight, people.
Alright.
I forgot to describe what Sierra looks like.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there. We're getting.
Yeah. I'm imagining she's outfitted for her mech suit sort of thing.
Fun fact about Battletech, while cooling suits used to be a thing because it gets real fucking hot in those cockpits if you aren't too careful, that's lost tech. Those aren't really a thing that are common too often. So while you might still have like a pseudo flight suit, maybe even like a vest, obviously you also have your neural helmet because you need your neural helmet to communicate. It's not uncommon for Mechwarriors to just, let's say, play it loose on the clothing department because it gets very hot in that cockpit. So
I was
you can be
gonna
dressed in
say.
literally whatever you want.
Yeah,
Or
I was
not
gonna
dressed
Birthday,
say
in
time to get in my
literally whatever
birthday
you
suit.
want. No,
Sierra.
hell.
Yeah, Sierra. She wears glasses. When she's wearing the Neurocom helmet, she doesn't need to, but normally she does. She's got really big, like soft brown hair, kind of very like Dolly Parton big curls back in like the 70s kind of style. She's taller and she almost is always wearing a shirt that has like a plunging neckline, like whether it's like a zip up to like the boob area or whatever. But going into the mech, she's probably wearing like some booty shorts and like a shirt that should not be as tight as it should be for mech stuff. Oh, and of course, very pink shirts aesthetic and white cowboy boots. That's her style.
Amen, amen, amen. Sierra, you crest the rise, and don't worry, we're gonna talk about your mechs in just a moment. We'll get there, but we'll crest the rise, and we'll try to show you kind of getting carried up on a lift towards the cockpit. You settle in, and you're not necessarily under power right now because you don't need to be. Your mech is still clamped up to its safety harnesses and its fuel lines and its ammo lines, things like that. But it's common practice for you all to just like sit in your mech and get ready, especially during drop leaders, because if anything goes wrong, one of the safest places you can be is in your multi-ton armored war machine, turns out. So yeah,
Airfitted with airbags.
It's true. And you know what else want to describe the way they look as they approach their mech bay?
I think we get this really cool like cinematic like camera swipe as Sierra like crests into like a swinging leg over into her cockpit, and then we just get that same fluid motion over from a matte patchwork two-tone, like a different like two-colored sleeve main body jacket being just flung off and over Herda's shoulder as she rides her own little lift into her mech as it's tossed down to Psyche below. And we get a better view of Herda herself. Bright pink hair, golden eyes, space buns, and side-parted bangs, a little bit of long fringe, a scar in the shape of a small little cross, like right on her jawline, wearing a halter top, crop top, and a pair of shorts that are like nobody knows why they're that short and how they still cover things, but also with two lines, a line connecting to garters around her thighs, and then calf-high boots.
I hope y'all put some clothes in the cockpit, because this is actually pretty fucking cold on Salient 7. So once you got into the goddamn mech, I hope you brought some spare clothes to put on. But we'll worry about that later.
I was definitely
Herda,
going to ask Yao before going and being like, how temperature control did you make this? Because for some reason in my brain I was like, it's probably fucking cold out there.
It is really cold down there. There's like hidden blankets squirreled away for Herda, but she always prefers this outfit to connect into with her neuro stuff and everything.
Herda, as you slide by next to Sierra and both of you get brought up to your lips, Sierra, you make that comment asking how temperature controlled is, being out just looked up from where he's welding a plate. Temperature controlled? You blew out 4 heat sinks on Diron. You not start that shit with me.
So my typical control is a coat these days?
Your temperature control is firing your autocannon until it starts eating you up.
Oh, Yao, don't be mean to me. I was trying to be nice. Don't have an aneurysm.
I'm sorry. And he just like turns back to his welding.
River will just reach over and rub Sierra's shoulder.
Damn, you got an apology out of him this time round?
He's so nice to me, actually. Don't worry about it. Are you good, sweetheart?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, River, why don't you give us the pan up? What you looking like, kiddo? What's the vibe?
What? Okay, so are we suiting up, or are we just chilling in our mechs?
You're suiting up because once you guys land, you're going to be deploying. So you're suiting up.
Okay, then I'm. So River is a simple soul. Simply wearing a wife beater and some boxer briefs. Cause who's got time for pants?
You on a Wednesday?
Yeah, exactly. Me on a Zoom call.
I was gonna say, from the sounds of it, it sounds like we all have
nobody
like duffel bags in our cockpits full of clothes so we can actually
Yeah,
wear.
the pants are in storage, for sure. And then I think the other things that are notable about River is a dark brown ponytail and a shiny little nose piercing. But
River, you are brought on a lift as you press by and pat Yao up to a even higher seated cockpit than your two comrades. You sat down into a comfortable cockpit you have gotten used to by now for a while, and we have but one last Mechwarrior to go over. Lil Goose, that's your rap name, by the way. How you looking?
Goose is getting into the hangar with a duffel bag over his shoulder. He's in his old army fatigues, but has thrown the jacket down around his waist. Listen, he's comfortable because he's been like in through school like this. This is his temperature control. Also, it might get real cold down there, and it's nice to have a jacket.
Well, the youngest of us being the most prepared. The rest of us are like, meh.
The one who actually went through military school.
Right?
Y'all are
Well, I
taking
mean,
a Boy
River
Scout.
too.
I mean,
yeah,
technically.
but still.
I don't know if I went through school. I think I just went. But
just went.
hard to say.
I went through war. I went through school. I was on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Wait, if you
Listen,
immediately
Herta's-
left, does that mean that I have rank over you?
Don't think too hard about it, Goose.
Considering that they're retired, I don't think so.
Don't think too hard about it, Goose.
Right
Just
now,
don't.
River would be doing one of these and just reaching over your head.
Oh, probably also important to mention, Sarah's in her like mid to late 30s, so
Yeah.
that gives like a estimate of the difference in like distinction.
Goose is like fresh 22. Also, he's rocking a mullet.
Oh no, a true baby making bad
True
fashion
farm
choices.
boy! Oh
No,
Man,
not the
man,
military. Oh, boy.
Everybody call him Brick back in the hood. Anyway, so Goose, you slide through. You pass through. Yao actually kind of gives you like a playful like half nod, like with his welder as you make your way towards your cockpit. You hop over the rail, get brought up through a lift, and settle into a cockpit. And though your systems all remain powered down for a while, you're all comfortable and seated to go. The camera will briefly patch up itself up to the bridge as the Lathrop home begins to take on heat from its entry into the atmosphere. Not much, as this is not a very very large planet at all. But nonetheless, as we see Camilla take a second to just sort of bring her hair back some and fix her ponytail one more time and just, all right then, another day on the job, folks. Let's do this shit. No swearing on the bridge, please. As Lane starts kind of moving herself through the controls and just exit control stable. Commodity for atmosphere. Those clouds look normal, right? Okay, everything's functional. Thrust power at 72 and cooling down, and those clouds getting closer, but we seem comfortable over here. All right, people. Prep for brake thrust in 3, 2. Man, those clouds are starting to look really. Oh shit! Shit! Fuck! Shit! Reading that storm. Camilla just gets on the horn, just stay in your cockpits, folks, and brace. It's gonna be a rough landing.
Oh.
Airplane pamphlet brace against cockpit.
I think Sarah's pretty used to stuff like this, so I think she's just kind of sitting there like trying to drink something out of a straw while like letting the mech be like tumbled about.
Your mechs are all stabilized somewhat by their bracing, and in fact, your cockpits are meant to stabilize from your mech already normal movements, so you're able to at least hold your drink somewhat steady. You're getting some splashes here or there, like on the cockpit consoles. You might have to wipe off in a moment or two. But otherwise, you all can feel the Lathrop home rumbling and grinding
Ugh.
And you definitely hear or feel something pop beneath you.
Ooh.
And while you can't hear Lane on the bridge, you can tell she is, let's say, not exactly using polite language right now.
Like, Herda puts a
Nonetheless.
hand over her heart. Oh, poor baby.
Okay,
I
hold
can hear
on.
too well.
I can
but-
make this. Just get. Oh, fucking. Slowly but surely, the 5 remaining of the 6 functional engines on the last trip home touch down on the ground. And though the ship does slightly roll, and not roll fully, but kind of incline somewhat against a hill, she is on the ground and functional.
Our little orb.
Over all communications, you just hear Goose go, "Yeah, that'll buff right out."
Thank fuck.
Okay. Mech Bay, this is the bridge. How we looking down there?
Better than the ship.
Herda's like very quickly looking over her cockpit for Psyche.
Perky as always.
Psyche.
Don't worry about it.
Psyche is sort of was plucked into a corner, just like tucked away somewhat under something, under like a tarp. She flings herself up and runs over and like to Yao and grabs her hand and kind of begin helping him up. He just, oh, I think you might have realigned something in my back.
Oh, well, the first time for anything. No, you won't be
Oh,
so...
fuck you.
Oh, stiff. Don't worry about it.
8, 9, 10, 11 fingers. Yep, all here. That's a joke. I don't actually have 11 fingers.
Okay, I was a little bit more worried about you being able to count, but...
Nonetheless, yeah, I was like, all right, we're reading 4 of 4 down here. No minor damage, but some paint. We can get it buffed out. Let's get these guys unclamped and ready. Door! And you slowly see a massive side panel along the mech bay pry itself open and begin to work 2 large pistons down as a massive door lowers and a rush of cold air sweeps into the mech bay. You are all in your hangars as your mech begins to in your cockpit as your mech begins to pilot on. So you only feel the chill for maybe a good half a second or two. Nonetheless, it's a firm reminder that yes, when you leave those mechs, you're going to want to put a jacket on.
This is why we have our go bags in our mechs at all times.
Yao taps the side panel and just bridge, mech bay, 4x4, we're good to go. Camilla over PA and just releasing clamps. Doors open, bays are cleared, Stratcom online. Mechwarriors, you all prepped?
Yeah, but I think you need to send someone down for Yao. He might need to be, like, given a bandage or something for his back.
Psyche
don't
waves a
ban-
hand. We got him.
Okay, be good, you all. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
The worst she's gonna do is just make his back worse.
Plants slowly turn and break off of each of your of your mechs, floating away as you slowly notice some feeds begin to power on. Bays that were having your mechs face towards the wall, pivot points begin to turn slowly around as each of your mechs slowly anchors around a rotation point, moving towards the open door. As they come fully open and ready to be exposed, you all see lights bloom in your cockpits. Your neural helmets all flare with your heads-up displays. You are effectively under your own power, and as soon as you give your own clearance and say that you're leaving, well, one at a time, why don't you go ahead, Mechwarriors, and prep yourselves for sortie, huh? So go ahead and tell me one at a time. Anything you do in your cockpit as your systems come online, anything you have around you that might be important, anything you say to your Stratcom as you prep, and otherwise, go ahead and move your mech out of the bay.
There is a secondary function inside of Goose's Vulcan, and they kept like the old startup system because it's like a vintage system and it's just real classic. So he reaches under, flicks a couple of switches on for auxiliary power, wipes some like liquid off his goggles, and then touches 2 fingers against like these photo sets of him and some idols on his windscreen. Before he hits a button and says to the bridge, All right, so I left $20 on the fridge. Y'all settle it out yourselves. Clink.
Someone on the bridge says, "Roger that, Goose. You're clear to deploy." Goose, you an angled, loping humanoid figure on sort of long legs begins to slide itself down down the mech bay ramp. Its one arm is given over to a rotating, multi-firing machine gun, the other to an already lit and primed flamer, and 2 or 3 or 4 medium lasers tucked into its center torso, as we see for the first time Goose's Vulcan 5P. Who's next?
I'll go next. Sierra definitely is like very comfortable in her cockpit. She is ready to go home. You can tell that the seat itself has been customized, but more so in like a aesthetic way. It's like weird white furry kind of situation, and she's got like that like trucker who's been on the road forever kind of like tassels around like the top part of like the cockpit where it doesn't interfere with stuff, but just for the aesthetic. So she'll go down the ramp and she will turn around and make her mech bring its kind of like arm up towards its like face and do like a blow kiss motion and then be like, "Does it heat out?"
The hand, which is, despite it being the same purple and blue of every other mech here, its hands are still covered in sort of pink painted armor, comes up towards the cockpit, blows a kiss and moves against the side of its massive shoulder-mounted cannon. It stomps forward as we find ourselves looking at the venerable, the reliable, the very first protagonist mech, the Shadowhawk 2H. Next.
All right, so after Sierra steps out, Desert Heat goes, the Wolverine powers up, and Herta just like sort of settles herself a little bit more in her cockpit. There's a blanket thrown over the back. She's got just a lot of different sort of like patches that look like they were harvested from old military. Like there's some House of Karita patched in there, and she's got your Free Worlds League, like purple, like everything in there as best as she could, still keeping her vision square. And she just like rolls her shoulders, pushes her button, and like the comms online button, and just remember, anyone messes with a hair on Psyche's head, I'm kicking your ass when I get back. Sugar rocks out.
She just kind of folds herself even further into the jacket she's carrying. As a foot stomps by her, and then another stomps by her. Pans up slowly, a hand clasps into a fist. A large laser tucked next to its side, powers on in a bright blue pilot light. Pans up to a large lit cockpit with twin antenna on top of it. Moving over to a speedy skirmisher, a reliable brawler, and may I say one of my personal favorite medium mechs, the Wolverine 6M. We got one left.
Yes, sir. I think to kind of combat the cold, River has a pair of hot cans. They're kind of just shaking, getting out some of that nervous energy from that rough landing. And they have a simple goodbye. Simply, Chop's signing out. But as they step out of the bay, they will page the rest of the team. Say, slow down now, y'all. I'm not as hot-blooded as I used to be.
Keep up, old timer!
A large thudding foot stomps down on the ramp, followed by another, and pans up to a large walking figure. Humanoid, its arms given over to twin particle projection cannons, large missile racks mounted on one shoulder, lasers and machine guns lit bright in the middle of its torso. You know it as the first Lord of War, chariot that led the Star League. It is, of course, the venerable Warhammer 6D. Well, Mechwarriors, you step out onto the frozen cold. Looking out around you, you see a tundra-lit landscape. It is later on in the evening, approaching night over the portion of Salient 2 you currently find yourselves nestled beside. You can already, even through the audio filters in your cockpit, hear harsh wind whipping all around you. At least you should be if Sirenscape's working well. Your cockpits filter out most of the noise. You can already see flecks of what look almost like snow, but are, as you can see them barely sort of haze into and then slide away, they are in fact heavy, heavy clouds of ash. Salient 7 was at one point probably maybe a bit of a fertile world, perhaps a bit agrarian, almost forest-like. However, at some point long ago in its history, several active volcanoes erupted into super explosion, thus covering the world in layers of ash and dust that have, well, not dissipated in the hundreds of years since. It's a shithole, friends. I'm not going to lie to you. Nonetheless, as you all step out, your systems fully pilot to life, your weapons controls go, and a voice cold, calculating, and robotic goes into your ears and says a voice that I think anyone familiar with the Battletech universe is very keen to hear. Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Immediately over your voice. This is Stratcom. We're online up here. Got you one blip. Checking your radar. Seeing local surveillance. How we looking out there, Mechwarriors?
Dusty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we worried about the salt content of this planet at all and how it's gonna affect our final motor skills, for lack of a better?
I don't think
You're
as
meant to be
long.
ready to handle the atmosphere. Just make sure you're not pushing them too hard if things get messy. As long as you're moving in the proper directions, you should be heading out of whatever astrum we freaked ourselves into. It's unfortunate, but let's keep the ship covered for now. That means if anybody saw us coming down, they won't know right where we are. That does, however, lead us to our first problem. We were probably seen on our way down.
Well, it also leads us to our second problem, which is how we're gonna find our way back to you.
You let me worry about that. Transponder codes will be online for you once you need to find us. Let's clear the area first. Make sure there's nobody sniffing after our tails. And once we found ourselves and got our feet comfortable, I'll make sure you guys can know where we are at all times.
Okay, I'll
Alright.
hand it off to our resident captain and cutest one of us all, River. What are we doing?
Whoa,
Spread it out
resident
across the map.
captain. That's
When we're on the ground, feet on the ground, you know.
so be it, so be it. I guess like they were saying that we're gonna sweep. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
All right. Can I ask you all to give me the following quick checks in your with your Mechwarrior Destiny skills? I would like in any combination, but I need at least the following things. I'm going to need at least 2 piloting checks, like the mech piloting checks. I'm going to need at least 1 perception check, and I'm going to need at least 1 other check that could be something else, whatever you want to appropriately be helping out with sweeping the perimeter and looking around for things.
I can perceive.
I could handle the piloting, at least one of them.
Really good.
What was the last one?
The last one is a free one. As long as an appropriate skill you think would be rolled here to help you out with scouting, it can be whatever you feels appropriate.
I've
Gotcha.
got streetwise.
I have good vision. The
Okay,
literal
you want to
positive
do
perk.
perception? I've got
Yes.
good piloting and good.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so then let's do 2 perception, 2 piloting. Let's do our pilotings first. Gary, let's go with you first. It's gonna be 2d6 plus whatever your bonus is to piloting, and plus your relevant stat, which I think is reflex.
Yeah, so that will be 6 in total. 2d6 plus
Mhm.
6 going out.
I'm rolling a average check, so I'm rolling 3d6 in total. What you got for me?
I got an 18.
Max,
Hell
max, max,
yeah!
max.
Fun fact, I almost rolled max. I rolled 2 5s and a 6. You still got me there.
Oh,
18 beat 16. Sierra, you're up next. Give me that piloting roll. Oof. Much worse roll on my part.
I got 15.
Yeah, you're good. River, let's hit you up next with that perception roll, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not a bad roll.
I rolled an 11.
11 in total. All right,
Yeah.
noted.
Uh-oh.
And last, let's get Herda. Perception roll from you as well.
Okay, so it'll be 2d6.
Plus,
Plus
if you
your
have points in
points.
perception skill, it's going to be your
Oh, I didn't put that
points in
down.
that skill. If you don't, then it's fine. It's going to be. Can somebody remind me of what the attribute is for perception?
It's
I believe
in-
it's
But I
intelligence.
have a +1 from
You're gonna
good
roll.
vision.
Sure, you're gonna roll whatever you're gonna roll 2d6 plus whatever your int is twice, plus 1 from your good vision.
Okay. So int times 2. That's a 1 times 2, so that's 2. Plus 1, that's 3. Okay, 2d6 plus 3.
The fact that
That-
it's int twice makes it better to not even take the skill, I'm realizing. If I have a high attribute.
Yeah, it really depends.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
yeah.
9.
Uh-oh.
9's enough.
Okay.
I think there's certain situations where Foxy wouldn't.
So, friends, you go on a bit of a stroll in your lovely little walking war machines. You start making your way through a low hilled valley you find yourself in. As you're walking, you see your battle grid light up with a couple of points. About 60 or so clicks out from you where you are, roughly northeast or so, you could see a sort of starred location pop up. We believe that's the facility the pirates are operating out of. We aren't approaching it immediately. We need to scout the location first and get more info. But if they sent any scout forces, they likely came from that location. So put yourself between it and us, and you'll probably find whoever came after us. Another location pops up about, let's say, 30 clicks or so off, maybe 20 or so, in between, sort of off to the sort of far east there. That appears to be a small town of some kind, maybe an outpost. Not sure it's relevant to us, but if we end up in some kind of scrap and need to get ourselves some info, we can always head there.
I was gonna say, if there's people who actually live in the locals, more information for us, they might.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. I'd say right yourself towards the town, and if you run into anything else, 1 second. I got something coming up on long ranges. Can't quite tell with that just off of yours, so I'm going to send up a satellite drone for a moment. Hold tight. It takes a moment before you see a sort of ping go up along your battle grid, following a line in sort of slow radar. As it pans out, though they're grainy and faded, you see eventually one slightly pinkish dot on your battle grid, followed by a second, a third, a fourth, and then 2 more. They're all moving in a loose sort of pattern. It looks like they're kind of making their own patrol pattern, but they're clearly heading from, well, wherever base was already marked out from you, towards, well, roughly, you assume, if they saw something come down, they're probably headed towards wherever they assume it landed at. Otherwise known as, you found your scouting party.
Well, at least that didn't take too long.
Yeah, is there any way for us to be strategically evasive in the sense of like trying to like
Ambush.
circle up without like an ambush, circle up, kind of do a situation where we're not just gonna be like line on line combat kind of strategy, because it looks like there's more of them than us, so
Camilla takes a moment and just says, more numbers doesn't necessarily mean more tonnage or more firepower. It's a scouting party, so we shouldn't expect that they're necessarily walking around with heavy Battlemechs, especially given how fast they're moving. By my estimate, I'd say maybe a few Battlemechs and likely 1 or 2 combat vehicles, light tonnage.
okay. But do we know that this is the party that we're specifically after?
She says, given their position, I would assume they're coming from that base, meaning they're either a local garrison coming to intercept us, which there wouldn't be that pirate problem if there were, or they're our pirates.
Okay, well, I still think that we should keep it a little bit more cautious. I don't know if you want to go up front first, River. You can take a little bit more than the rest of us.
Certainly. Well, and I move slower, so if I get a little bit of a head start, then
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't mind walking pace.
I could try and get behind him if you want. My mech's zippy enough.
That's probably a great idea. Is there any kind of coverage on your side that we can get behind? I don't want to use the town as cover. I don't want to put any civilians at risk.
Where's the war crimes in that?
Just the war crimes. I can see why that you got kicked out of the military.
It
with
was
that
a
kind of attitude.
joke. Jeez.
I
dude,
know. I'm joking back.
You have to aim so low. God.
Sorry. Anyways, is there any kind of coverage on your side that you can get behind?
Foxy.
As you are moving through this sort of valley and sort of terrain, you're recognizing that it's a bit irregular. Like there definitely are clear ups and downs and peaks and valleys you can use to kind of create elevation, but this is overall a pretty open plain with maybe a few forested patches here or there. Getting enough cover to let you all stay fully secluded for an ambush might be difficult. Your best bet's going to be setting up the situation to your advantage so that when you confront them force on force, you are, I guess, necessarily at an optimal position. That's definitely doable, but it looks like given that this is a scouting engagement, it's, for those who are military minded, this to be like more of a meeting engagement here. When scouting forces interact, there really isn't a way to necessarily ambush or go around them. You kind of have to make contact.
Well, if it's a scouting force, unless they're like, they got some ability to have some big, large buddy in their mix, that's gonna be tin cans. Pretty much easy to crush. We're probably gonna be looking at some lights.
Do I have
Maybe a few
physical
mediums.
eyes? Do I have physical eyes on? Like, can I see the mechs themselves? No?
They are looking at your battle grid. They're maybe a click or two northeast of you, and while they're moving on a path that will bring them into you in maybe a few minutes or so. They're not in visual range yet, especially not in the storm.
And how close are we to this potential civilian space?
That's far off. It's about 30 clicks off.
Excellent.
I say we intercept them now before they find our boat. Before they find the egg.
yeah, most certainly. But if we can strike them by surprise, that gives us a better chance that none of them escape as well.
Who has range, Red?
All right. Let's do this then. It seems like you all are trying to create a plan in which let's set you up for sort of an advantageous position when it comes to this upcoming engagement you're looking towards.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to ask you for is, and I'm going to ask specifically one of you to do this. Give me a skill you'd like to roll that you think would be most appropriate in helping you best create an advantage in this upcoming engagement. You could tell me what skill you want to use and what you feel like, how you feel like you want to be best using it here. I would accept any arguments you want to make, but I'm only letting one person roll. I'll let you deliver it for a minute while I play some cool downtown music.
All right, hear me out. I use
I'm listening.
animal handling because they're moving in a grid-like pattern,
Like animals?
like an animal,
Like a
like
herd.
I was gonna say I have tactics. So,
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
also
another
I
point
have
towards River and be like, our old boat, our old fart.
I have gunnery, and then I specifically have underworld skills and negotiation, but I don't know.
This
Might help you here. Gunnery, I don't think necessarily would in this situation because you're not usually firing on them just yet. So I'd say either your underworld skill, perhaps, or I'd allow River's tactics. Certainly, that certainly seems more than fair.
I tried.
Your tactics is probably better than my underworld. I only have a +3.
Overall, or like to the skill specifically?
My bonus is a +3.
Okay, yeah, my bonus is a +7.
Again. Smart ass. All right, let's fucking make the roll then. God damn it.
River's a smart patootie.
Okay, it's not a bad roll for me.
5 + 7, that's a 12.
Meets it, beats it.
Alright.
Meets it, beats it though. So, River, you are in the cockpit of your Warhammer. watching the situation around you, looking at the battle grid, getting a sense of what's happening here, looking at the terrain, and you recognize if this is a scouting party and they're moving into a storm, they can't just keep running willy-nilly through the storm. They have to sort of take a moment to like gather themselves. And you waited as a pretty good solid clearing with a raised elevation position right sort of like about a half click in front of you all from what you're looking at based on the battle grid. If you were a scouting party, you'd stop there to reposition and regroup. Meaning effectively, while you can't ambush them, you can certainly catch them flat-footed. And that's the best one you got.
Alrighty. I mean, it has its downsides, right? We'll be fighting them on the uphill, but when they stop on this hill, as they're regrouping, probably our best shot.
We
Anything
can
you
kick them
say,
off the
sweetheart.
hill and cause some serious damage, though.
Absolutely.
I'll go wherever you want me to. You tell me where.
All right, friends. If there's not much else, let's do the following. You all approach, moving towards that clearing. River, you kind of set a good pace for you all to set as far as miles per hour movement to kind of make sure that you don't intercept too early or get to the clearing too early. But you're able to kind of set that pace and keep your lighter mech friends all anchored around your movement patterns that you can kind of move them through these valleys and kind of keep focused. As you move closer to the battle, to the sort of battle grid positions where you recognize these sort of friends of yours at, you start to recognize you were perfectly right. That scouting party that was moving towards you appears to have stopped at a clearing right about where you said they would. And as you all slowly begin to approach, recognizing, well, there's your scouting party. All thing left to do now is make contact. Anything you say to each other before you do that?
Nobody die. I promised Cal Miller that nobody would die, so.
Of course. And River will say, as kind of like a encouragement to the team, fangs are sharp. Don't let them forget it.
Camilla pops in. Just pops in. Well said. Guns up, kids. It's gonna get messy. All right.
Got it. Let's see those chops, chops. Let's go.
Friends, I will put you all over on our combat map. But before I do so, how about we let our Mechwarriors take a moment to refuel, defuel, hot load those ammo racks, and be sure that LRM systems and target computers are properly aligned. In the meantime, touch on that dial or that browser, or Comstar will come and find you. We'll be right back in a bit. Welcome back, and apologies for the long intermission. Our HPG station transmission was a little bit sketchy while we had to get some things aligned. Thankfully, blessed acolytes from Comstar were around to help us out. We appreciate the word of Blake for their assistance. Nonetheless, we return to a calm, quiet, but still wind-swept valley. Our mercenaries look ahead and see the stomping, loping figure of several Battlemechs. 4 in total, all light in tonnage, most of them far lighter than you. And though you can barely hear them over the din of the wind beating against your cockpits all around you, you can just barely hear the roar of rotors chopping the air as two support helicopters move around them. As you all crest around the valley, you'll see that most of them appear to be resting and positioning themselves in this valley here along this hill, while one of them has stepped forward into this tree line to scout forward. This is the scene you all approach in, and trust and believe me, the moment you all approach, their ISS tags flag as red, they all mark as hostile, and you're pretty certain that if they don't see you on sensors already, they are going too soon. Mechwarriors, prepare for Battlemech combat. We have decided that our players are ready to take their move. Now, important to note, our players won initiative, which for our combat system means that they are allowed to go second here, giving them one move with perfect information. They have figured out who's going first. It's going to be our dear boy Goose. So, take it away, lad.
As soon as those trackers mark red, Goose is off like a bolt. He flips some switches on his dash and engages his thrusters. He's going to move 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the high ground here. And then angle himself so he can see the valley.
Note that it does take 1 extra point of movement to go up that hill, just so you're aware.
Oh, I have jump jets.
I mean,
Oh, never mind. Then you're jumping. You're good.
that also, I was gonna say, it's on the edge of the map anyways, so
No, you can start from there if you want to.
could have
right.
theoretically started there.
Fine, I guess I'll move my hexes into this tree line then, and then for cover. I wanted to be cool.
That's still pretty
It
cool
is
because
cool.
they can't fire up at you. They're going to have a harder time firing up at you.
You also can still say that your movement was a jump jet move, even if you didn't move your full hexes. You can still think that you came in on like loping strides of your
I'm just
extending and reaching into the valley. You're fine. And as your Vulcan lands amidst the trees, slopes itself down, your weapons power on, your target begin to align, you immediately denote the mech in front of you as your target computer sings to life. New target, Commando 2D. So, one of my guys gets to go now. And since we've already had 1 Commando, who's, although you all wouldn't be able to see it or hear it, their radio will chime into their cockpit and just, targets on IFF. Who the fuck are these guys? And the other Commando will just, no idea, but slag them anyway. And this Commando will just take its move. It's going to also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to nestle up against the side of this hill here and look down the way at the Vulcan it sees approaching. Friends, which of you wants to go next?
I will go next. Push in from the side over here. Oops, I need to zoom in.
You're good.
And I have 4 moves that I will go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staring down the valley.
Absolutely. As they focus on the Vulcan, hook line sort of take the aim and just use a new blip pop up and just, oh shit, it's a As your mech slowly lumbers into the valley, EPC's alight and prepared to go. One of my guys gets to go now. Also, I should probably be marking you off. I'm sorry about that. Standard move for both you and for the other Commando. We're going to go ahead and have, from the back, one of these VTOLs take their move. They're also going to standard move. They will fly to elevation. Let's go to level 3. We have a level 2 hex here. So they're 3 hexes up. That's going to be 3 of their movement. They have movement a lot. So I'm going to make sure I got that lined up right. Give me 1 second. I have to control too many things at one time here. They have 9 hexes of movement. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As looming over to the side of you, River, you'll see a target pop up on your over on your sweep there. New target, Warrior Attack VTOL. The Venerable Warrior. It's built with paper. Don't worry about that. Back over to you guys.
That should go down fun.
Literally.
What do you think, Sugar Rocks? You want to go next, or shall I?
Bring a little bit of heat to this cold era, right?
Yeah,
Does
sounds
it?
good to me. Okay, so I guess that means me as Desert Heat.
You cannot boo me!
I think Jake Olive. Okay, I'm going to start up here on the corner of the map.
I'd say that's maybe a little bit too far for where I want. In the valley's
Okay.
fine, and you could leave up there if you'd like to.
Oh, What do you mean? What? Here you mean?
Like, I mean, you have jump jets.
Move up
You
there
can
with
jump
your
up
move
there.
if you want it.
Okay, so it is starting here. Okay, then down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was so fun. You keep starting
Okay.
that. What the heck if you want to?
I can only jump. So what I'll do is.
I'm gonna reset everything and see if it'll let me fix the music. So pardon me while the music briefly stops. My fault, friends.
Word.
I can also get my mech battle sounds going. Perfect. I'll mark you with having jump moved as you leap and ascend to the edge of that cliff from where you were. There's a brief moment as your mech has to realign and grip itself harder into the sort of snow and ash covered side of the cliff, but you're able to stabilize yourself by putting your hand up against the cliff wall to the side of you and land able to be just defending gracefully. You are in position.
I think my name is.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it.
There you go. Yeah. Takes a second
Perfect.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of a second sometimes. You got it. Pardon me again for the stop while I fix things. However, as I reset the epic music vibe, pardon me for forgetting things. Why don't we respond to like with like here? Sierra, you will see a target light up from the top of the ridge, sort of taking long, loping strides as it begins to move into the edge of the cliff there. It appears to be, well, kind of like looking in a mirror as we go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. As just as it steps off into the tree line, your target computer will light up, and the computerized voice will inform you. New target, Shadowhawk 2D.
Oh,
Different
it's
variant
me, but
Shadowhawk.
not as cute.
Or armored.
We already got Sierra's replacement part. Yay.
Thought you were gonna stop there at replacement instead of replacement parts, and I was like,
I am also very sorry that I am an accent stealer.
crazy.
I'm so sorry, I'm an accent stealer. Herda is also an accent stealer.
it's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Me too. We on a different stream, somebody who's playing in our game, Foxy knows this, uses a Irish accent when they talk, and I use like a Russian French accent, and then I was like, every time they speak, I'm like, I have to try and not copy this.
Oh, I know.
At least RJ with another accent is similar enough to mine that I don't get like messed up.
I know. I'm screwing up Herda real bad here. Which, by the way, speaking of Herda,
It's your turn. While I reset music and things and my Sirenscape explodes, don't mind me, friends. Everything's breaking. It's fine.
where do I start? I'm briefly putting it down. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. Take your time with it. Let's see if I can get at least some sounds playing properly without everything falling apart.
I was gonna say, Herda could either join us and we can kind of create like a fire
I don't know if you
or
want
you
to.
can flank on the opposite side.
I could join. I mean, Goose is okay. Goose, you okay up here by yourself?
Goose has the trees.
It's fine. You can come up if you
Okay.
want.
You're
Think
well
we lost-
covered.
Oh no.
Yay, I'm hearing sound again. Thank you. Only took things breaking for a brief moment. All right, now I'm going to see if I can get my soundscape working again. Pardon me while I start making sounds play again.
So I've been hearing the sounds this whole time. So.
It's fair. I just wasn't for some reason, apparently, and I'm sorry for delaying that whole thing the whole time. But I think we fixed
No
it.
worries.
I hope. All right, a little bit of a moment, but we're back.
Yeah, I'll just
All
go
right,
and talk.
Herda. All right, where are you making your movement from? Start from there?
I'll go from right here, yep. Buddy, right
All right, make your
right
move.
here in this square right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
Looks good to me.
I wrote potato.
I'm assuming that was a standard move for you.
Yes.
You rotated
All
so
right.
beautifully. Let me compliment you on your rotation.
Your Wolverine slides in and runs up next besides Chops' Warhammers, getting into place as your weapons heat up. Coming up from behind you, since I've got the only stuff left to move here, we'll go get this warrior up also to level 3, so it's going to be up 2 hectares, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll just turn and face this way, I guess. Why not? Standard move for, as you see, a second warrior crest over the ridge line and peek into the valley, confirming that there are indeed 2 combat vehicles here. And then from behind the Shadowhawk crested in the ridge line here, you will see a small mech leap into the sky on a long loping trail of jump jet as it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna land actually right here. Why not? It's feeling bold. Who cares? We're gonna land right there. Jump jet move. As let's see, the closest person is probably going to be. Oh, why not? We'll say that it's Herda who gets this one. As your target computer lights up with the loping trail of jump jets. New target, Wasp, 1A. All right, friends.
Alright.
All movements complete. River, I see you have a hand up there.
Yeah, I would like to use Headhunter to identify either the command unit or the highest point value unit before we enter
easily.
our attacks.
River, you can tell by the way they're coordinating and the fact that it's keeping the elevated position and overwatching the battlefield and kind of letting the other ones push forward.
Mm-hmm.
The Shadowhawk is leading this recon, Lance.
I had my suspicions.
Hey,
So
listen,
you're
it's better to
just
call out
tactics.
So
River with that good tactics brain going on.
All right, friends, time to declare fire and get some rolling. Who wants to shoot what? Why don't you tell me something?
I think our suggested course of action was
Ooh.
Oh.
I think Bailey is lagging a little.
I am.
Are you back?
No,
Don't
you're
worry
back now.
about
You're
it.
good.
Just continue. I do have a question as far as distance goes
Yes.
for shooting. Are we measuring by hex or are we measuring by the ruler
Yes.
foot hex?
Yeah, hexes. So
Hex,
our ranges
please.
are 3 to 12 to 21.
3
For
to
short,
12
medium.
to
Yeah, 3 to 12 to 21. I can write it on the side of the panel somewhere if that would be useful.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then don't.
Could you say that again?
If that's the case, I wouldn't mind shooting for this guy because I've got sight on it where other people don't, and I'm at medium range, which I combat.
I buy
So,
into
Sierra,
that.
you're declaring the VTOL?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It will
sorry.
declare you in turn. What do you
rude.
someone else declare?
Hold on, that's a married woman now.
I'm taken. It makes sense to me that Egg, you might want to go for the Shadowhawk. That seems to be probably our biggest threat. And
Yeah, I was gonna say
you're the
either
only
the
way that can hit it.
Shadowhawk or to clean up on the VTOL if it is within my
It is up in the air,
view.
so you can
It is
definitely
up
see
in
it
the
still.
air, so I think I should be able to see it still.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that unless Madame Sugar Rocks would also like to put some fire onto the Shadowhawk.
Oh, I was planning on shooting that one down a long time ago. I remember you suggesting that we start taking out the...
Yeah,
because tactics-wise, because then we get the battle advantage.
Bonus.
Yes.
Which will be nice for us.
Yes.
But it is a little bit long range right now, so I was not sure.
Shit, I did
It's
not move
actually
close
in
enough.
medium range.
Oh!
For me,
Yeah,
at least.
It is in medium range. It's just in medium
it is
range.
medium range.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's medium range.
9, 10, 11. Yeah, it is, okay. I will
And I
declare the
have
Shadowhawk then.
So I have a 2. And I'm medium.
Cool.
What does that mean?
That's how many damage you get to roll if you land your attack.
Oh, so okay, sorry. So
Yes,
so
I'm
River, you're
declaring
declaring Shadowhawk? Okay. Shadowhawk will the Shadowhawk will declare Herda in return.
Herda and River on the Shadowhawk.
Okay, Herda declaring Shadowhawk. The Wasp will declare. The Wasp is going to declare. I don't even know what the range of that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
12
6,
squares.
7.
Can they-
Sure, why not? We'll shoot it. We'll shoot you.
Can-
Why not?
Can they see you through all of the forest? Because there's also the ground forest, right?
Well, he's because he's above the ground forest. You only count the forest that he's in because
Oh, I
he's
see,
above
okay.
these ones. Yes, so he can still shoot you, but still you both jumped, so it's not gonna be a great chance to hit. But yeah, he's gonna declare you, Goose. He's the rookie.
Goose will declare the Wasp back, and actually my bonus or my detriment to jumping after attacking after jumping is reduced because I have jump jacks.
Jumping, fucking I love when players use abilities that I recommend. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna
Oh,
have
man, which one was
Sinker declare.
That was the one
I
that you
think
kept
Sinker can also
recommending.
probably only declare you, Goose. As I think you're the only one in range currently. There's too many hexes, too many forests in the way to get to the Herda or Chops right now. So
Oh no, who knew
declare-
that having the
but
high
maybe-
ground would be a detriment?
I think doesn't
Yeah,
he
we'll go with
in
you.
the rear arc of that commando means.
Yes, you are.
That's right.
and then I'm
float like a butterfly. Sorry.
gonna also
trying to
have my my warrior declare. My warrior will declare Chops. Why not? All right,
Yeah.
let's do some shooting. I have to go first since I lost initiative. We're gonna start with the warrior. It's skill 5. I know. Don't laugh. Attacker movement modifier is 0 because it took a regular move. Your target movement modifier is a 2 because you have a 2 because you're big and fast. So that's gonna take it to a 7. Other modifiers. Oh wait, yeah, no. Other modifiers, there's none. You don't get any cover from it. So it's gonna be a 7 to hit you. Oh no, actually, I'm at medium range. It's going to be 9 to hit you. Hey, look at that! I rolled a 9.
Oh.
Sierra, take exactly 1 damage.
Oh, how terrible.
Hey,
no.
hey! That might be the
No.
only shot he hits all game. You don't you do that to him.
You know,
Don't hurt my friend.
All right, your turn.
job.
Shoot back.
My turn. Okay. I jumped. So did you do that +2?
Your skill. Oh yeah, no, your TMM would go up by 1, but your jump checks are weak because of your Shadowhawk, so your TMM remains the same when you jump. That's why it's 2/2 for you.
Okay. It says I have a +1 mod for jumping.
Oh, you're right. Then he would have missed. Never mind. Fuck. Only one I would have gotten.
woo!
All right. Well, it's over to you then, friend. If
Okay.
you're firing at the VTOL, your Sata. Yeah, let's do Sata real quick. Your skill is 3. You are you jump, so you're going to have a +2 to your attacks because so that's going to take you up to a 5.
Yep.
Your target has a target movement modifier of actually pretty good because it's really fast. 3 actually.
So +3.
So taking that up to 8. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So up to 8 total. You're at medium range, taking that to 9, 10.
9, 10. So I have to go for a 10.
Mm-hmm. 10 or higher. You are in medium range. You have a 2 there, I believe, for damage.
Yes.
Emballage.
So you're gonna
I have a
roll twice.
2, and I have laser. So I do damage. Medium.
Mhm.
So I'm rolling twice, you said?
Yes.
14.
How'd you get a 14?
You said I rolled twice.
No, not add them together. You rolled twice and you told me them
Oh,
separately.
right. I see what you're saying now. I'm sorry. I added them together. One of them is a 10, and the other one is a 4.
Uh-huh. Okay. So the first one hits. You do so that's gonna take 1 damage off of the warrior. Now, here's where the unfortunate part starts. Because of the vehicle, you now get to roll motive hit. So go ahead and roll me 2d6 real quick. It's gonna add 2 because it's a VTOL. Just roll 2d6.
Oh dear.
4.
4 plus 2 takes it to a 6. Thankfully, that's no effect.
No effect.
So while you ding it with the autocannon and you shear off a part of the superstructure and it kind of veers somewhat, and it's probably smoking and giving off heat. It's not looking very good. It's still functional for now.
I want to make sure I did this right. So I've got 3 plus M for my damage. So that's correct.
Wait, what do you mean 3 plus M for your damage?
When I'm looking at my weapons, it goes for my record on my character.
Oh, that's for the mech. We're not using the Mexico combat
Okay,
rules for the for Mechwarrior Destiny. We're not using those.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We're using Alpha Strike.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It'll
Mm-hmm.
be the number
So
under
that's your
M
shots.
2 on your card.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so back over to me then. I guess we'll have the commando try its luck at Herda. It's also skill 5. Your attacker, it moves regularly, so that's just a 5 there. You took a regular move, so your TMM is 2, so it's up to 7. You have a 4 for cover, makes it an 8. It's at medium range, makes it a 10. Could you believe I rolled an 11?
Oh,
I'm hot tonight, baby. I'm hot tonight. Also, he has 2 damage at medium range, so I'm gonna roll a second time. I rolled a 4 that time, so you only take one. You only take 1 damage.
One double.
One little bit of damage.
Where do I mark that on here?
You can either mark it there, or you can just take it down on your token if you'd like. That's also totally fine.
Oh, that's right.
Whatever feels
token.
appropriate.
Duh.
All right.
Means
When y'all get to
screens
fire
are
back
far,
now.
right?
Mm-hmm. That's your armor and blue
Yeah.
structure. So yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. When y'all get to shoot now, who wants it?
Who next? River or
I
me?
can go next. I already did my math, which is 6 plus whatever the TMM of the Shadowhawk is. Which I'm
Dose.
okay. So I'm looking for an 8.
Get him,
And I
big
just rolled 2d6,
boss.
yes.
Yep. 2d6. You're gonna roll a total of
Oh,
3
11.
times. 11's a hit. Give me another one.
10.
That's another hit. That's another
11.
one. You're through his armor.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay. So you've hit him a total of 3 times. The first hit, you line yourself up, River. You let off with the first PPC. It shears through arm on the shoulder and sends plating flying. Second PPC shot, shears through another portion of armor on the torso. Third one hits that thing. Then you fire off with a medium laser. Directly hits in the middle of that part you're supposed to with the armor, and you go internal. Please roll critical damage.
Alrighty. Is that 2d6?
2d6. Mm-hmm. If you roll a 2 here, I swear to God.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
No critical hit.
If you would like, you do have a plot point you could spend to re-roll here if you'd like.
Ooh. How many plot points do we have?
You don't have 1 right now, but I'm gonna actually sorry, you all have 2 right now. I'm gonna give you all 2 to start off with.
Okay. I will spend
explain?
1. Might as well.
Do you want to explain to our audience what plot point?
Yes.
Tell the audience.
Mechwarrior Destiny provides my characters a very cool system called plot points, which they earn mostly just through doing cool shit and me telling them that they're great at the stuff that they do. They can spend plot points to gain all kinds of narrative influence during personal scale combat, during mech scale combat, and sometimes even in narrative encounters. It allows them to kind of take control action in some capacity. What you got for me, friend?
I rolled a 9 again.
Well, sometimes the dice just decide
You
for
know,
you. But unfortunately,
unfortunate.
while you know you played that medium shot well and it went internal, you wager it probably just hit some actuators. He's definitely stuttering somewhat and is not looking good from those hits, but he's still functional, even inside the cockpit. The raptor inside the cockpit just, fucking hell, too much goddamn firepower. We found out what the hell they are, though. Let's start pulling back. I guess he's gonna shoot back. He's gonna hurt as a target. He's skill 4, not 5. So let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have any cover, so it's just an 8 to hit you. He's medium range 2 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, that's the 7. Sorry, I read that wrong. That one's a miss. Second one is a 4 again. I'll get
It's my go.
one of these days. It sure is.
Chicago. I got
Alright.
it. I'm a firing at the boy.
There we go. So, have you done your Seder yet?
3.
You
Plus
ground move,
2.
so you ground move, so it's nothing. His TMM is a 2, so that's up 2 to 5.
2.
You're at medium range, so that's 2 more. He is
So that's
in
4.
up to
7.
7. He is in cover, so it's 8.
8. Okay. It's not bad. It's not terrible. I have 2 damage. That medium.
And a roll 2d6 twice.
Heh. Heh. That was a 3. That is nasty. That is disgusting.
Good plot point to reroll if you want to.
That's okay. That is a fucking 6.
You were like so
Those
hot
actions
when
don't
we
work
were
for you.
doing practice games, and now not.
Happens to the
comes and
best of
goes.
us, friends.
Comes and goes.
And I
It's
don't want to
on-
waste
it's
our
on the
quad
nose.
point not to be able to hit. I'll just blame it on him being too fucking high up. Damn it.
He's hugging the
All
tree
the
line.
math, man.
He took a pretty fucking hard hit from that PPC. He is definitely ducking back into cover much more now. He's not stupid. Following that, let's see if Cricket can make the long shot. He is skill 5. He jumped, so it's 7. He's at medium range, so it's 9. Your TMM is 2, but you jumped.
Yes.
But he's
9, 10, 11,
it
12.
should be plus 2 being a jump jet because you're efficient in it with your.
Yes.
I would want to.
Well, no, it's still TMM plus 1 for the jump jet overall. But it's when you attack back, you have the plus 2. But it's a -1. It's 1 for you. But funnily enough, because you jumped and your TMM is 2, that puts it at 3, which means it's a 12, meaning he has to boxcar this.
Boxcar.
And then I die.
He didn't boxcar it.
You live another day.
Woohoo!
You want to take the shot back?
Yeah. Or was I think I was I was targeting
You're
Cricket,
free to
so I will
Oh,
fire
did
back.
Goose go? I forgot Goose went. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so
okay.
you're skill 3. You jump, but it's only 1 higher than that for you, so it's only a +1 up to a 4 for you. He also jumped, and his TMM is a. Give me a second. I think it's also a 2. Actually, it might even be a 3 if I'm really lucky. The Wasp is super good at it's a 2. It's not anything cool. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. You're at medium range. It's a 9 in total for you to hit. He doesn't get any cover for you because you're above him. You're
Yep.
looking for a 9.
Here we
You're at medium
go.
range. Your damage is 2. I want to
I'll
see
have
2.
shot.
9
8.
pluses here.
Damn. Second
Oof,
shot.
Very close.
No.
Lumen.
Oh no!
We see Cricket and Goose are just trading laser shots back and forth across medium range. They zip across, and as green lines eat up the air and zip away at the acid at the ash all around them. Sinker's gonna try it against you now. Let's see, 5, medium range 6, 7. Your TMM 8, 9, 10. You're also in a wood, so it's 11. I didn't roll an 11 for the first one.
Oh no.
I didn't roll an 11 for the. I rolled a 6 on both of my die, but they were on separate die for separate rolls, so it doesn't count, unfortunately. So I'll get you, Goose. All right. I think that's all of you have shot, yes?
Yes.
And that just leaves, I believe, my warrior attack VTOL, and that's actually it, I'm pretty sure, yeah?
Yes.
You should have 2 more. You should have your sinker and your warrior.
No, Sinker
Yes.
just went.
Sinker just went. I thought
Sinker
the
just went.
wasp just went.
No.
The
No,
wasp
Sinker is
attack
okay.
The wasp
Never
went.
mind.
and then
My
Goose
bad.
attacked the wasp
Yeah.
back, right?
Yeah. And so then, so it's sinker, and now it's warrior. So that's how it just went. So the warrior is going for chops. It's at long range. This was a horrible idea. It's skill 5. It took a regular move. So did you. Your TMM is 1. That's a 6. It's a long range. 7, 8, 9, 10. Here comes a 10 or higher. I only have 1 damage at long range. I did roll a 10.
Oh. Nice job.
River, as you're focusing on battering down that Shadowhawk, an AC2 round just flinks off the side of your shoulder, and as a reminder that there is another warrior hovering over the battlefield to your southwest.
All right.
Friends, I believe this completes round 1. Yes.
Indeed.
Yep.
Oops,
I
wrong
think
button
in
there.
response to that annoyance, River will calm Sierra and say, "Hun, when you're done with that one, there's another."
Oh, I see it. She sounds real pissed off.
Who hits my spouse?
Yeah, exactly. My bubby.
How dare you?
All right, friends, we're over to round 2 of initiative, and my Shadowhawk is already about to have to fourth withdrawal, which that's fine. Good luck for me. Now we get to actually roll initiative this time, friends. So one of you please nominate yourselves to be my initiative roller. Who'd like to?
Not I.
I was just
My
gonna
rolls are
say
shit.
not Herda or Goose.
Yeah, no.
I vote
no.
egg.
What
egg.
is the thing you're supposed to roll for that?
It's just
Initiative, just
2d6.
2d6.
2d6 word. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 2 and a 1, so we still win initiative.
Never punished.
I'm using my
Let's go.
Warhammer dice too, so my 1 is a skull, and it just makes me feel very sad when I roll 1s. Frankly,
Aw.
it makes
I'm
me hurt.
using my cute little heart dice.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, I'm glad. All right, friends.
I'm
Well,
just using local
having
dice
one
maker
initiative,
dice.
we're back over to me.
Yes, sir.
This warrior here is going to take its first move. It actually has to force withdrawal because it just got hit really bad. So it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and run very far away because it's already mostly almost dead.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Again, they don't have they have 1 armor and 1 structure. These are not very reliable. They are scout VTOLs, okay? They are not meant for long-term engagements.
Understandable.
As a VTOL player in another NLR Battlemech based thing, tactical
blessed that you have
fucking retreats.
They should have the H7 that had the LRMs. This thing's just fucking suck. Anyway,
I know.
that's
That
over to you
means one
guys
of us
while I
gets to
lament
move
my
it.
own fucking troops.
One of us gets to move now, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
I would like
I'll
to
lament the
move
quality of my own troops.
here, which means that you're still in medium range for me, little warrior. You can't get away.
Was that a regular move, ground move, jump move? What you
Regular
doing?
move.
Ground moving. Back over to me then. Let's go with you know what? Let's go with the other warrior while it's sitting around here. This one's gonna swoop around the battlefield somewhat. Strafe and harass, as it were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's gonna just, you know what? No, actually, we're smart here. 9. There we go. We're over here. It swings off to the side of Strafe and run, trying to keep a wide berth and stay on harassing the valley.
I know that you said
Warrior 1,
strafe.
move out of the way.
I know you said strafe and harass, but I definitely heard strafe her ass, and I was like, yup. So
Strafe her ass. Hardly know her.
Damn, boy.
Please, you're hurting me. My soul, my spirit. It can't take this.
At least take her out to dinner.
Anyone want to go next?
Please, before I kill myself.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna jump jet again. What's up?
No, I'm just slowly chanting your name. Just goof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get here.
Bruce, you take a leaping jump on your jump jets and place yourself right there, landing amongst the woods and settling into cover around you. But do I be an asshole here? I'm gonna be an asshole here, but y'all can maybe, if you're smart, you'll capitalize on this, friends. Line will activate next since Goose so graciously put himself right in front of me. And I've got 6 hexes to move, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put myself right in that tasty little rear arc. Thanks.
That's just asking to get kicked.
I mean, you're right. I can't stop you from physical attacking me. I'm pretty sure if I draw the line properly, I'm not really in your, like, I'm in your rear arc, but enough of me's in your front arc, you can still attack him too. Like, you can attack each other, but he's still hitting your rear arc, so that's gonna be how that works, unfortunately. Regular move. Commandos don't have jump yet. Back over to you guys.
I can go next.
Also, he's so dead. He's so dead. Go ahead.
Dead.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
We're gonna hug the
River.
commando.
River, you turn around and stomp your massive warhammer around for the tree line. You see a small commando looming beneath you, just bat inside a tree and just turn over. Ah, fuck. Back over to me now. Sinker. What's the plan? I got you. I'm on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice clear line of sight to my warhammer over there.
These really do be scouters, huh? They have a lot of movement.
Commandos are
They don't have a lot of armor though.
Yeah.
No, so
I was
commandos
looking
are
at
a
some of
very
these-
nice, like, light mech that can... Or am I wrong? They're more on the lighter end of the medium?
They're like, no,
Yeah.
they're like,
They're like... Okay.
I remember looking at these in the book and I was like, ooh, one armor. Have fun there, you know?
They are... They stand up better than a locust, but commandos are
in
primarily
rules,
better.
they have 2 armor.
Anyways, commandos are, at best, your light forces, you're a little bit of a heavy hitter scouter. I'm prattling on too much. I'm gonna move.
What you gotta do?
Okay, I see the little line up here. But do I take down the easy... it's not that easy.
I mean, I can still hit the Shadowhawk if we want to keep past that.
Oh, yeah, but I don't like
Hey,
the...
yo.
I'd say, yeah, like, just focus your attacks. Like, choose targets and focus. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because
You can move yourself into an optimized spot without it. You can hit then the shadow or the cricket at that.
Yeah, because I can't really hit the cricket very well. So I'm gonna do 1... There we go.
3, 4. Remember, actually, I have to
4.
go on that. Actually, I moved it to go on that.
That's okay. 3, 4.
You could also make it there if you like. If you want it, you could have gone
Yeah, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5.
4, 5. Got it.
Mhm.
And I'll potato.
Ooh. Who have I even got left? Man, I miss having combat power. It's
Oh, don't forget to give
Trouble
me
with
my
the
regular
recon.
move.
Oh yeah, give it the.
My
oh
regular
yes,
move
I got
tip,
you. Thank
please.
you. I appreciate
You
that.
have your Shadowhawk and your cricket.
Mhm.
Yes.
Man, friends,
Shadowhawk.
trouble with the recon force is once you make contact, you find your staying power is not very staying. Cricket's up next.
Well,
Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with jump jets. When in doubt, always be jumping.
Yup.
And then Raptor is going to. I need to get him the fuck out of there. I can't play this one cool. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. I'm still in range. I'm gonna get fucking got.
How many ranges are you from me? 1.
I think you have to get to far side of the map before you're out of range for our 2 hitters. over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's really about it's about
You're
using
still
the
in
jump jets
medium.
to gain maximum cover. Yeah, but I'll medium range. I got some cover. I got jump jets. I'm praying over here. That's all movement, friends. Let's get targets. Let's go right to left this time. Goose, what do you want to shoot?
I think you're muted, RJ.
I think you muted, friend. Yes.
Sorry, can I shoot anyone? I think Sinker is way too far right of me for guns.
You'll have
If I'm drawing line of sight, Sinker's
is
actually,
technically in
I'd
your
say
front
Sinker
arc.
is still in your, yeah, Sinker's still in your front arc. Hook line
Okay.
is
I think
enough in your
so
front
is,
arc, you can still hit him. So you can still declare hook line or Sinker, if you want to.
Yeah, you could also go for
Fucker.
cricket.
Hey, did you just get the joke?
No, I was hoping to do this in a way where we wouldn't get hook, line, and sinker. It just didn't happen.
Listen, they're Irish. They're having fun on the job, okay?
You can't take away their creativity. They worked real hard for this in their HR meetings.
Hook, line's getting a
They
flame
can't
ring
take away their lives. Oh boy.
You could also go for cricket. You've got the same amount of range. You've got the same amount of scope on sinker and on cricket.
Oh, true.
Cricket's hard for the hit though. He did jump.
Oh yeah.
I figured to do a yump.
I also kind of want to get at least one target off my back end.
Do whatevs.
So you're declaring hook line?
Yeah, I'm burning hook, line with a flamethrower.
Hook line's gonna declare you back.
In that case, Chops will go for the sinker.
All right. Oh my poor boy. Raptor will shoot at Sugar Rocks.
That leaves me, right?
Mm-hmm. You and Herda.
I could potentially take out the warrior attack this turn. And if I'm correct, if I get both hits on the wasp, I might be able to take it off. But it did jump. So
Yeah, that will be harder.
yeah.
The
I
wasp
think
will be
I'll-
harder to take. I would go
Yeah.
for the VTOL.
I think I'm just gonna take down the capta.
All right. Cricket will declare. You know what? We'll keep fire on the Wolverine over here. The VTOL will declare you in turn, though. Sierra. And Herda, we're doing what about your shots?
Shadowhawk's not getting away that easy.
Alrighty. Start it off then, friends. I'll go first. My warrior in the back's going to declare, yeah, we're gonna have you keep picking away at that warhammer over there. Why not? Skill 5. The medium range sets +2, TMM of 1, takes me up to an 8. I think it's just an 8 to hit, looks like, right
Don't you
now.
also have to add the tree terrain? Because there's more
It's
than 2
above.
hexes of trees. Oh, it's above. Right.
He's up.
Right.
Yeah. I rolled a 6.
Phew.
Another 82 shot fire off, but River, as you're moving, you see some 82 shots eat up the hillside behind you. Inaccurate, clearly. These guys are not very well trained.
My lucky day.
All right,
Let's feel
friends.
bad.
Go on before I embarrass myself more.
Goose should
Yeah.
engage. I'm a little bit worried about you.
I'm firing off my shots.
Well, technically the damage doesn't take effect until
Yeah.
the end of the round anyways, right? So
Mm-hmm. So,
they shall
good
persist.
luck, Goose.
All right.
Your skill 3, your attack, you jumped, so that's going to be a +1 for you for that. So that's 4.
Mhm.
He regular moves. That's gonna be his regular TMM of 2 for 6. He's in cover, but is right next to you, so I think you ignore that. Funnily enough.
Through one tree.
So, yeah, I think that's just a 5 to hit.
Come on! I've rolled better than a 5. Yes, a 5.
That's 1.
And a 12.
It's a crit. That's a through armor crit. That's a 12, which is a through armor crit. Please roll on the crit damage table.
2d6. 4.
Which, hold on, 4 might be a good thing.
4 is a fire control hit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's this
Oh,
fire
fuck.
control hit.
God damn it! So much
With
for
the
shooting back well that turn.
flamethrower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's technically like this really looks like, and immediate really is like you opening up with everything, and like since you're so close, this is trust me, and believe me, everything. The flamer opens up first, cutting a line of fire through the trees, You come around with that machine gun, went off around it, it eats up into the armor. As soon as you come around and you put that torso around and light him up with all 4 lasers. The Vulcan normally has an AC2 equipped, so you wager he probably thought you were a Vulcan 2T and thought, I'll close the gap so I can get around the AC2. When you open up with all 4 lasers, you went, oh fuck, you're a 5T clearly. He realized he made a big, horrible mistake. That's also, I, Foxy, forgot you were a 5T as well, which is why I'm also kicking myself in the ass right now. So, you know, that's not looking good for my boy over there.
You're thinking as tactically as your pirates are, which is not very well, and that's okay.
Hey.
Can't always know everything
That's
about
fine.
your enemy, right?
Just the
They
nicest
are.
way to throw shade. Jeez.
All right. Let's have Hookline give it a shot in return. He's skill 5, unfortunately. You're also point blank range. You jump, so it's gonna take your TMM from 2 up to 3. So it's gonna go from 5 up to an 8. It's gonna be an 8 for him to hit you. With an 8. Take 1 damage. And I rolled another 8. Take 2 damage.
Owie.
No, my boy.
No, Goose.
As Goose, you will find the Commando, despite being a light mech, is a heavily armed striker as it comes up with a single medium laser in its left arm, fires that off, and then opens up with an SRM-6 and an SRM-4. Short-range missiles shotgun out of its chest and arm, and blast and start striking away armor plates. Your systems are all holding functional for now, but you're getting HUD warning. Armor low.
Goose is getting thrashed around, but inside his headphones is just a mix of J-pop going on. And it's like the most deadpan face expression, just like listening to kawaii pop.
For some reason, when you described it, I thought of what's her name? Agarici? I can't remember, but it's like really like electrically poppy, like really hyper kind of music.
So locked in.
Pretty appropriate. All right then, back over to you all.
Anamanaguchi, that's what it is.
Anamanaguchi, there we go. That sounds super close, but
Who's up next?
It's River. It could be.
It's
could be
River
Herta,
or Herta.
could be Sierra.
I haven't gone yet either.
Yeah, any of y'all.
I'll go.
sorry,
I'll kill
I'm
this
tired.
Go ahead.
beetle. Let's go.
You are skill 3. It is at medium range to you.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 3, 4, 5. Its TMM is, I'm pretty sure, 3 actually. So that's 6, 7, 8. It's going to be the 8 to hit.
Okay. To hit. Let's go. First one is a 10.
That's damage.
Second
Second one?
is only a 3.
Okay, well, this is where things get really messy because it's a thing. It only had 1 health
Got
left. It's
one,
bad anyway.
I know.
Yeah, it's gone. Well, even if it wasn't dead, it would have had to roll motive damage and then critical hit. And if it ends up mobilized and it crashes, these things are so fragile. Okay, like Sierra, you are thankfully equipped with a nice simple, long-range autocannon 5. So while the VTOL flies off, you steady yourself against that cliffside again, aim your shoulder cannon down, look for a target reticle, and put a single shot straight through the back. The tail snaps off, and in a fiery wreck, it spins to the ground and explodes. Bye-bye.
I think, yeah, Sierra's very much just kind of doing that thing where it's just like, come on, partner, we gotta swing you around. Let's go. And then locking back into combat for next time we move.
Alrighty, let's get back over to me then. Sinker is shooting chops.
Awesome.
So let's hope that goes well. It's skill 5. You're at medium range, 6, 7. You also walk through a TMM of 1. That's 8. It's just gonna have to pass an 8 to hit. You're not in any cover. So first one, I double 1.
Oh,
So that's no.
that's a bummer.
Second one,
Snake eyes.
that's an 8. Okay, take 1 more damage.
Word.
I'll work my way through that armor somehow. Sinker comes through, firing lasers at SRMs. Hell you doing, Hook Blind? Get the hell out of there! Try him. My armor's breached.
I think in that case, Chops will return fire.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Go,
believe I
Chops,
have
go!
a 3 plus TMM plus 2
Yeah.
over here. What's our TMM?
Uh-huh. S2.
2, so I'm looking for a 7.
Mm-hmm.
First one is a
You
5.
do 3 damage.
Second one is a 2. Not rolling too well. And last one is a 6. You get away this time. That's crazy.
That is
poor roll. Those are not so hot.
nasty.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
shouldn't
River.
be
Did I give you my
alive.
bad luck? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I shouldn't be alive. Wow, okay.
Like I said earlier,
Thank-
this is why River does not gamble, in fact.
Blessed Blake. Blessed Blake, thank you. Thank you.
I'll
Thank you,
leave
thank
it
you, Blake.
to
Save
the
me
other
all.
partner of this.
Yeah, leave it to the lucky one.
All right, let's hope my luck holds up. Rack is gonna go up next. Let's see. It's skill. He's skill 4, medium range, 5/6. Sugar rocks you move, so that's gonna take me up to 7/8. You also have cover. It's gonna take me to 9. Looking for a 9 to hit you. First one comes through as an 8, which is gonna be a no there, and the second one comes through as a 3. That's what I get for having hope. Hey, I've done like
It happens.
You've done
5
some
points of
5
damage
days.
to y'all
You know what?
collectively. I'm
You know what?
okay.
You feel. Take that win, because I'm gonna fucking shoot him. And make you
I mean, go
regret
ahead.
bringing Raptor to this firefight. So, let's
Wait,
see
did
here.
I take
I
damage
have a 3. Skill 3, so
I'm
that's...
sorry.
Did I
What'd
have
you
to take
say?
damage correctly?
You should be at 2 damage down, I think, in total.
Okay, cool.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, continue.
So I have a 3. And he's a medium. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So it's gonna be 5.
5,
His TMM is
Plus-
2. That's gonna take it up to 7.
7, and then I'm shooting through
And he's in
3.
cover. Mm-hmm. 8.
So that's another 8. Okay.
1 better than him.
Oh, you've got to be dicking me right now. That's a 5.
I'm not dicking you. You get to dick too, though. You're in medium range.
Sorry.
That's a good one.
7! Fuck!
Oof.
That was a gun.
Okay, these
Yes,
guys...
none of us can
they're-
roll, eh?
No.
I'm
No.
All right,
doing
we're
okay.
in the around here.
No, they're going... They're going...
Well, yeah. I just mean our team and the Foxy team.
All right.
God, if Sierra was a different
not
kind of
doing
character,
so
she'd
much.
be like, "Oh, my back is hurting from carrying." No, she's not that type of person.
Before that warrior crash and burn, it would have gotten a shot off against you. Let's see if that shot would have landed, because that's how this game works as far as damage goes. It's skill 5. You're at medium range, so 7. PMM of +2, so it's 9. I think that's it. 9 to hit you. Hey, I rolled a 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Starting shot with the AC2, dealing at least 1 point of damage. That thing just made up its points cost, okay? You show it some respect.
Damn.
Okay, I have...
In the final hour.
Honestly, coming through when he needs to. I guess the last thing would be Cricket, who's taking that shot at Herda. Skill 5. Let's see, 5. It's gonna be medium range, so 6, 7. I jumped, so 8, 9. Your TMM 10, 11. Gonna be 11. I ignore your wood text because I'm above ya. I didn't roll an 11 though, so well.
Are you putting your dice in recycle jail?
Yeah, I'm fucking. I'm trying to be nice. Actually, I like these. I have history with these dice. I like them a lot. I'm being kind to them. I'm gonna give them a few more chances. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. That said, we're done with the round, friends. Is anybody else not shot? Anybody need to go still?
No, I'm good. I use these dice for Violet, so of course trying to use them for a new character probably isn't the best move
All right.
right now.
Well, as I clear off tokens from the map, why don't you guys go ahead and give me a little bit of cockpit banter? How's it looking down there as Goose lands, eats some fire, and delivers some back to a commando? River comes around, pouring out PPC and laser fire, but not able to make effect. Sierra drops the VTOL and Herda begins to square off with Raptor 1-1.
Oh, I think Sierra just does like a big like cowboy like woohoo yeehaw kind of sound for hitting it down, and she's like one down. Having a great time.
Well, I'm glad you're having more fun than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, her back is to you guys, so I don't think she quite knows what's going on. So next time we move, she's gonna be like, "Oh fuck," like, problem, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That Shadowhawk's
friends.
starting. That Shadowhawk's close on escaping. I can't fucking aim anything. My mother would be ashamed. Oh, she's
Chop's
probably over in her
absolutely
grave
just-
right now. Fuck.
Prayed and prayed, and God did not answer those prayers. Not at all.
I don't think we should be praying anymore, River.
I think I'm the only
Alright,
god that you
friends.
guys need, so let's hurry up and get this together.
Who wants to roll initiative against me?
Oh boy.
Who was sorry, go ahead.
I'll
Oh, yeah.
do it.
Okay. Go ahead.
What Bailey did.
Oh, are you speak? I'll roll.
Okay.
Listen.
Goose is literally listening to an ancient Terran classic running in the 90s.
Running in the 90s.
I fucking can't.
Hollow, like the fucking hollow recording of it is like so scratched and old that it's like barely even coming through it half the song, but like it's enough that you can like put it back together still.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
And again, it's with like this like stone cold face as the flamer's just gushing out.
He's locked in. All right, Bailey, initiative roll against me.
I got a 10.
What you got? All right,
10.
I can beat a 10. I can beat a 10. That's a 2. All right, fuck those dice. We're done.
Goodbye, dice!
So we're done with those for the evening.
Don't let your dog eat them.
We're moving on.
Tinker,
We're done
Tinker
with those for
doesn't
the
eat dice.
evening.
Tinker's a
Alright,
good pup.
friend.
Tinker doesn't eat dice.
Tinker's
Well-
good pup is questionable, but
Listen, we can talk
A
about
good enough
Tinker's
pup
ethics
not to
later.
eat
First off,
dice.
I'm gonna start with Cricket moving first this time. He's gonna take a. You know what?
fuck.
I think his friends need backup. I feel like a brawl is building up here. It's a stupid idea. He's a scouting unit. He's gonna jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna jump himself right on over here
Welcome
and
to the
angle
danger
himself
zone.
thusly. Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay.
He will leap over to the side and just provide you cover fire. We're evacuating now. Get out of here. And we'll pass back over to you guys. Who wants it?
I can go
I-
next.
Yeah, you should go next, but question
River.
for me. I am at medium range with the Shadowhawk potentially, but it does have cover right now because of the way it's standing.
Mm-hmm.
I can potentially
Well, funnily
I
enough,
think-
it's on a level 2 right
get
now.
onto
so
this
okay.
hex with a jump.
If you can get onto that hex with a jump, I'm not sure if you could.
I think
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
go
it's kind of
forward.
occupying half of it, so no. Because it only occupies like the corner.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you currently can't see him from where you currently are because this is a level 2. If you got, for example, up to here, actually, you might even be able to.
But here's a question. Does Sugar Rocks have eyes on them?
On the Shadowhawk,
She
yeah.
does.
I have indirect fire as a capability, so I can hit things that other people can see that I can't.
Mm-hmm. As long as someone spots for you.
So,
Keep in mind, he hasn't moved yet.
Right.
So you don't know where he's
okay,
at.
you go first, Egg.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, so that I have some cover, and then let me rotate myself. I was
Give
gonna
you a
hop back
good
up
old
onto the
move
hill, but
token.
I realized I don't have enough movement to get into the trees there, so I don't want to do that.
All right.
Full face.
I won't be mean. It's the first combat. I mean, I'm gonna be a little bit mean, but I won't be like all that mean. Oh, so you no, you face that way. It's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stinker will go next. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, You know what? No, let's do that. Why not? And they're gonna rotate that way. Because the best way to avoid getting hurt by heavy mech is to simply get behind it.
Yep.
But it is in kicking range, like a horse.
It's true. Back over to you all.
I have a question. If
Mhm.
you declare a target, but the target gets downed by a previous player's hit round, can you change what target you go for? No?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Because damage applies at the end of the
Yeah.
round per se,
Mhm.
so technically it's still considered targetable,
Alive.
even though it got blue to base.
Yeah. You just overcooked
not-
them, that's all.
Would you guys
It's not
rather,
alive.
Would you guys rather me potentially kick this wasp to infinity? Or should I ask Trigger Rocks to spot for me for this Shadowhawk?
If you want my bet, I'd say go with the wasp.
Yeah.
What is your heart telling you? to
I
do?
I think me and Goose and potentially also Herda might be the people here with
I
That
getting
wasp staying
backed up
high
on.
ground.
I will come up and kick this wasp then.
The
I will
wasp.
move regular here. Actually, I'll move. Yeah, I'll move here because then I can kick it in the back.
It's true.
Let me move.
Turn you there.
There we go. Perfect.
Let
Potato.
me get you a regular move. You're locked in there. All right, back over to me. Mr. Warrior the second. Yeah, I can't move hook line until I know where the other two are gonna go. It's gonna get blown to fucking bits if I'm not careful about it. So we'll use the warrior. We're gonna straight the battlefield some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Keeping a full 360 on the battlefield to provide some cover fire on other folks around here. And otherwise make up the point he cost me. That's all I got, friends.
Okay, it's Pops or myself move next. Or just
How's it move? It's only you or Goose.
Alright. I'll go then, Goose, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was.
That's
muted.
okay.
Holding your
Right.
lightest units first so you can position them properly to not take maximum return fire. You're learning, friends.
What? Yeah, I'm just gonna. Herd has got one goal in mind. It's take it down.
Okay.
Four.
All right. I think I'm gonna try to move. Oh, I'll
Don't
mark
get my
you off as a
regular
regular
dot.
move. I got you. Thank you. Herda, you bolt your Wolverine in action, charging for the tree line. Hook line is going to go now. And I think I need to back up our boss, but I can't because I'm currently a bit penned in by geometry. And by that I mean I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, actually, that's a horrible idea. Fuck it, it's time we go, actually. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put some woods between me and these fuckers, actually.
Understandable.
I'd like to survive. Yeah, Hook Lines, unfortunately, are not necessarily feeling like he is, gonna do well. So he's going to just try to break and run and get the hell out of there.
Oh, he's not feeling so froggy now, is he?
His armor's gone. Of course not. Goddamn it. I'm not stupid, thankfully. Which leaves the question of our dear friend Goose.
Well, Goose is gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sneak on up behind this commando.
There you go, friends. Initiative sinking, that's why you do it!
Y'all are in a conga line.
With a you got the runner, right? To river.
Wait, which one is the runner in this case?
Hook line.
Hook line.
Oh, okay. Sounds like plan.
Which you do, as unfortunately, because of the way a forest works, you ignore the protective forest around your line of sight purposes when it's in a forest. So he's still got range. You still got range to him, unfortunately. He can't escape you. So, right.
No one can escape.
Which leaves the question of Raptor, who is seeing his squad being torn up a little bit here. Also, you mentioned like the Congo line. That's what's happening like more narratively here. Actually, if you recall in the opening video, that one thing with the locust is charging across the battlefield, and that Battlemechs is following it with the lasers sweeping it across. It's more of that. It's River trying to back across in a circle with the commando swinging around him and Goose circling around the commando. It's a constant like loop around as a thing like Mechs want to do.
I'm imagining like
The wraparound.
like from Akira when he like slides the motorcycle. It's that, but with Goose moving the mech like behind them.
I mean, yeah, why not? There's enough momentum in these things.
Get the swing.
Akira side.
Shit, both the commando and Vulcan can clear. I'm pretty sure 100 miles per hour. Like they're fast. That said, Raptor, I'm gonna need to roll a check for you to see what you decide to do, buddy. All right. Raptor looks at his mechs and sees armor breach, armor breach. Fuck, damn it, idiots! You're letting me die. He's going to break out of the tree line and charge directly at you, Herda.
There is honor amongst thieves.
Bring it, bitch.
So that's going to be a 1, 2, and then a 3, 4, 5. Because he's going to be doing a charge against you, but we're gonna let you. You're gonna resolve your attacks first. Obviously, go handle. So, shooting phase, friends. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Declare your targets.
Cricket.
Sinker.
Okay. Okay.
I might actually want to take the VTOL. Unless anyone
Raptor.
has any scruples.
That's not a
about that.
bad call, TBH, because it can move so much faster than
The commando.
so.
And
This
it
one
can
we can
ping
catch
us.
up
True.
on.
And they're both in medium
Yeah,
range
it's
for
true.
me.
We can actually
And-
catch
Hey.
no.
And plus the VTOL can ping us while we're down, while we're down. They have the advantage of height against us right here, because they ignore trees, because they're aerial.
Yeah. They're also super mobile, so they could go just like
I'll go with the VTOL. Because the roll should be
Mhm.
slightly better.
All right. And Herda, you declare Raptor's your target. All right. In that case, Cricket will declare Goose. Sinker will declare Chops. Hookline will declare. You know what? Hookline will actually declare Sugar Rocks. Why not? The VTOL will declare River, and Raptor can't make weapon attacks. He's charging right now, so he won't be making any shooting attacks. Let's do some shooting, friends. I go first. We'll start with the VTOL because it's done me so well this time.
doesn't matter. I wanted to like kick, punch, hit the Cricket Wasp.
Oh,
so wait.
you can't physical attack weapon attack. You shoot. Do you wanna you look choosing to physical attack than a weapon attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so then don't attack. So then don't shoot.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Okay, so then warrior. Let's get my warrior out of the way. It's skill 5. Chops. Your TMM is 1. It's at medium range. So we're looking at an 8 already. I think it's just that. Can I please?
Cover too, right? Technically?
It's too high up.
Or does it not count? Oh,
Too
okay.
high up.
Got you.
I rolled a 6.
Sorry.
Womp womp.
It's a fucking broadside of a fucking barn. Big ass fucking 75 ton Battlemech right there. You just can't even.
Listen.
That's the
fucking
It's
thing.
you got a skill 5 pilot in a
It's the
VTOL.
ash, man. It's the ash. It's these
Also,
crazy ash
I'm assuming
storms.
it's also due to like Goose running around behind it. making
Yeah,
him
we're kicking up
scared.
Ash.
Oh, true.
We're just kicking up
Alright.
Ash.
The commando sweeping around my side too.
Yeah, true. All right, well, that's fucking all I got, friends. Back over to you all. Who wants it
Alright.
next? Blow up more of my toys.
I can
Kick
return fire.
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, how
Or
do I
did
keep
you wanna
this
go?
wasp?
Or
Well,
no,
technically, you resolve shooting attacks first and then physical attacks.
Okay, at
Oh,
the
okay.
very end.
That's
then.
why I haven't gotten charged yet. That's why if Foxy said if I wanted to shoot before
got it.
Raptor came on me, I can do
Okay.
that.
No phrasing.
Sorry,
Alright.
not
On
sorry.
that note, I'm gonna shoot the helicopter.
She's a child, Foxy. Stop.
I have 3 and 0 for normal move. And what's the TMM of the helicopter?
I heard it's on a
2.
2 for the
No, it's 3.
helicopter.
It's
3.
It's 3.
Okay.
3, and then...
They're the only thing here with TMM 3. They're fast.
So I have an 8 to hit. Does that sound right?
Yeah. You're a medium range, so roll
Number
up 3
1, I
times.
rolled a 6. So that's a miss.
That's a no.
That's a 7. That's a miss.
Plot points,
That is an
remember, by
8.
the way.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's a hit. Now, if you could please roll motive hit plus 2. So just roll 2d6.
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
That is a 10 plus 2 is 12.
You fucking immobilized it. I hate you so much.
You fall and crash. Good thing it's over there.
Hey, at least this one gets to live through the crash. The other one has.
Oh, no, it does
Yeah.
not. It takes damage from crashing. It's dead.
Yeah, doesn't it take fall damage essentially?
Yeah, it takes damage from crashing. It's gone. It's
That's
these
why
things are
I-
made of paper. I told
No,
you.
no, no. I'm talking about the pilot in the VTOL.
Well,
this.
Oh,
Should we
I'd probably not. That's a fireball.
I was gonna say,
For those, there's it's right now.
Foxy, I need you to roll to see if he has his seatbelt on.
well, I was gonna say,
I literally rolled a nat 1. I shit you not.
No seatbelt.
No seatbelt.
These pilots are dumb.
yikes.
On the skull die, no less.
Well,
He's
that's
so
one thing
dead.
they won't tell you in pirate school, to wear your seatbelt.
Motherfuckers think we're going to pirate school. we're
Life
going to
insurance is
pirate
optional,
school,
right,
though.
guys? Great. Life insurance, please. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, it's back over to me. Let's go. Let's keep going in. Let's you know what? It's too simple. I'm gonna say Raptor, who is not shooting, so I'm gonna skip over him and go back over to you guys. Go ahead.
I'm loading in this commando.
Boom. Phrasing.
You can't tell us phrasing all the time, Foxy. This is a goddamn mech game. You
He's
said
coming
versus
up from
Raging.
behind.
Shut
What
up.
do you think is gonna happen?
So you're skill 3.
Right.
EMM is 2. That's
Right.
5. You
Mhm.
pick up regular moves, it's not gonna appreciate him or anything else. You're at short range, so it's just 5. He has no cover from you. It's just 5.
Here we go.
You're
10.
also behind him, so that deals 2 damage. You broke through the armor because it's you're behind him. So
Okay. One more. And a 4. I got a plot point,
Plot
right?
point.
Yeah.
Plot
well,
point.
you got a plot point. You have 2.
We
Use
can
'em.
earn more.
Okay.
I thought we already used one for a reroll. Or
Yeah,
did
we
Kier
already
not
used
do that
it.
I
reroll?
used one and I just rolled.
Friends,
Remember.
friends, each of you has
Have
2 plot points.
Oh!
We don't share it. I see.
Oh!
You did it.
I did it.
Send them bitches. All right. We'll come back to how horribly that goes for him in just a moment. I'm going to narrate this all at the end of the turn. Don't worry. Before horrible things happen to him, he's going to go ahead and try to shoot back at you, Chops. Before he goes out to play the fucking glory. Skill 5. PMM's 1 for you. You're still in a wooded hex, so unfortunately you get cover because he's not in a wooded hex, which is... I hate the line of sight rules sometimes, but it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Don't you ignore the first text though?
Yeah.
If you're in a wooded hex, you ignore the first wooded
if
hex
you're
around
in
you.
it, I
because you're-
see it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The idea is that you're like flattening the woods around you as you're moving, and so yeah, that's how it's kind of it sucks. So 5, 6, 7. I have a 7 to hit. I rolled a 5, and I rolled a 7. River, take 2 damage.
Ooh.
Foxy,
Word.
is this correct in when we use plot points, don't you get one then?
Yes, I do, but
So
I
you
cannot
have
spend mine for I can't spend mine for mech combat rerolls. No, I can spend mine for player combat things. Yeah, I'm just not as cool as you guys when it comes to mech combat, unfortunately.
I'm hurt a little bit.
Also, this is one of my favorite track, by the way. I fucking love this track. I feel like it's one of my favorite ones. All right,
I'll make this easy. I'll go turns over because physical
cool.
conquest. You get
Then
to
we're
go
back
ahead.
over to me. Hook line.
I haven't.
I haven't
I know,
either. That's why I'm
I
saying
know.
I've done my physicals.
No. I wanted to shoot because I didn't want to do physical.
I know.
Raptor is trading
Yeah.
on me.
I know.
Yeah. No, we're saying we're activating designate first shooting phase so we can skip over her and go back to me so we can go back to you afterwards. That's why we're kind of
Okay, yeah, sorry.
You know, that's all. Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. You're still got you. Hookline's gonna go up now. Trying to take a shot at you real quick. He's also in your rear arc. A lot of rear arc shooting happening this turn. I'm down for it. Skill 5. You're at medium range, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9 for your TMM. And we make a 9 happen. I sure can't that first time, but I sure can that second time. Herda, 2 damage. As some SRMs fly in from behind you, and you can feel a laser eating into the back armor of your mech just a little bit, and you see some warning lines pop up. Rear armor low, rear armor low. Back over to y'all. We still got just you.
Herda.
Shoot, yeah. Herda.
It's Kura. Oh, yeah.
Put the Herda on him. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And you tell us to be better.
You tell us.
Listen.
Hypocrisy.
I'm allowed at least one.
That's fair.
We just gotta
Oh
shoot.
wait, I forgot we can update our health on the guys this whole time.
Yeah. So you are skill 3. He's point blank range.
that's
TMM 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just 5. It's a 5 to hit.
Oh. Okay.
You need to roll 2 times here. She has 2 damage.
Ooh, damblate. That is a 6.
Minus 1. And then again,
That is a 4.
he's down to 2. Please roll critical damage.
2d6.
2d6.
3.
3 is engine hit.
Fucking, yeah, that was ooh, it almost went really very, very poorly for me.
So who can't run now?
All right, he's hurt pretty bad, but he's not out of it just yet. That's all my shooting, guys, I think. Yes, everyone shot who could shoot. Cool, then let's do physical attacks. Sierra, you wanna go first?
I think you go first.
Oh, yes, then I'll go first. I had to make sure I looked this up properly. I'm pretty sure charge is an attack with a +2. And then I roll normally. So it's going to be skill 4 +2 is 6. Plus your TNM is 2 is 8. I am going to try and smash on directly into you, Herda. And succeed with an 8. You will take damage equal to, give me 1 second, there's some math here. I'll work it out. While I'm working the math out, Sierra, why don't you go ahead and make that
I have 3 left, so if it's greater than 3, then I'm taking a structure.
we'll get there, don't you worry. Sierra, while I'm getting there, let's get you to make that physical attack for your
I would like to Sparta him off this cliff.
Yeah.
I mean,
so 3
here's hoping.
Is
plus
sailing.
ground movement for 0. Oh, did he jump? He jumped, so that's
He
a
jumps,
plus
yes.
1 or plus 2?
No, it's his TMM goes up by 1.
Okay, so that
So his
is
TMM goes 2 to 3.
3. Okay, got it. Rain, and then my close combat is 0.
Mhm.
So I think I just have to meet a 6.
Yep. Pretty much.
That's a 12.
Okay, so
We
you
roll
throw
one
a
more
crit. Well, no.
And another
Actually,
12?
you roll once. Well, hold on, slow down. Physical attack, you roll once. You deal, however, damage equal to, I think it's just equal to your size. So,
Yes, it's
the way
equal
this is going to work.
2.
5 plus 1. Size, yeah, it's just size. So you're going to deal 2 damage, but you did roll a 12, which is for armor critical, so please go ahead and roll 3d6 for your critical hit.
That is a 7.
7 movement point hit. So you are going to
Perfect.
blast
What's him so far off that cliff?
Well, he's not going to actually move, unfortunately.
No!
Nothing is necessarily a thing you can do. But you do get a good kick, and you shear through the armor up into the hip actuator, and just shatter and shear through the left hip actuator. His left leg is like dangling from its myomer now. It is not looking like he's going to be able to move anywhere near the way he could normally. So, ow! All my movements. That's half my movement gone. I have a 3-inch movement now, as opposed, or a 3-hex movement now, rather than my 6-hex movement. I'm so dead.
I think I get 2 hits. Point blank. Right? That's short range.
That's if you shoot. Yeah. You know, your short range is if you shoot point blank, you attack twice. Each one dealing 1 damage.
Okay.
Physical attack's always just 1. Raptor is going to deal inches charged times unit size divided by 8, which is a weird number to have, but he charged 3 hexes, which is going to be a grand total of 6 inches. 6 times unit size is 6 by 3 is, what's that? The
3 is 18.
18 divided by 8. I can get a calculator real quick. Don't mind me. Yay, damage.
2 point some.
Like 2.5.
2. Herda, take 2 damage.
2.2.
I am hurting, but not awful.
As Raptor literally just, as you pour shots at him, shear through armor and structure, he brings his hands, his arm shoulder up, and just smashes his Shadowhawk into yours as hard as he can. You both skid back some, and he is just barreling into you as hard as possible, his neck barely holding together in the process. Friends, it's looking like we're coming towards the end of our round here. Both my VTOLs are dead. None of my mechs have much remaining as far as the structure department goes. Stinker's not hurt. Yay! Oh wait, is he hurt?
Which one?
Oh yeah, right. Stinker's not hurt because Goose missed.
Yeah.
Stinker's the only unhurt scout here. Friends, shall we initiative roll?
Someone else do this.
I'll
Who
do
wants
it.
to do it this time? All right, Rainey. What you got for me?
Give me 1 second. 4.
7.
Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all.
guys.
That's okay.
I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry.
I finally won an initiative.
It's okay. Foxy
Alright.
needs a win. It's okay.
Welcome to the world of moving first, assholes. Get to it.
Don't you mean we should
yeah,
be welcoming
if
you
you
to the
could
world
move.
of moving
Moving
first?
first?
Asshole!
No, I've been moving first this entire time because
Oh,
I
right,
did
right.
initiative.
remember, we haven't lost.
I got it
I-
reversed mentally.
Did I miss
I'll make it
yours?
easy as the first move, not moving. And
You're staying still?
yeah,
Okay. Are you sure?
it gets a -1.
You know Cricket hasn't moved yet, right?
So you could hop behind you, possibly.
He just jumped behind you.
Oh, that's true.
To be
I will
fair,
stay
he is now
still.
hurt and
He
must
can't
work
move
as
though.
well. Oh.
I
No,
mean,
he
can't
move
move.
still. He has 3H move.
You just can't
Oh,
move as
okay.
fast.
He has 3H move, yeah.
Anyways, Hurt is staying still because technically I'm grappling a motherfucker right
No,
now.
you're not grappled. You can still move. You can still move. What you want.
Charge me!
I think it's still better if I don't move.
Nope.
Actually, I could move to this and then.
Who is actually
Well-
moving though? Yes.
I think I'm actually just not gonna
Looks like
move.
it's
I
here.
think I'm good there.
All right. Let's
Because-
mark you with the standstill symbol. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's good if I just don't move.
All right. Cricket needs to force withdrawal, so he's going to unfortunately have to move towards his home hex. And with only 3 hexes of movement, that does not get me fully out of Sierra's front arc, sadly. So you can definitely still shoot Cricket, unfortunately, but he's running. That's all I got, friends. It's back over to y'all.
I will go next. I
Okay.
unfortunately don't have a lot of movement. So I will go 1, 2 of my 3 hexes.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, 4 hexes.
Call it there. I thought I only. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you're fine.
I've been miscounting my movement this whole time. Frick.
You've been tactically sandbagging. It's all right.
3, 4.
Solid. Chops is or not Chops. Your Chops.
Yeah.
Hookline's gonna go now. He must also tactically retreat, so he's going to go. 1, 2. Fuck. I have to go poke my hex. Fuck. That actually fucks me. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. Actually, hold on. I'm fucked here. Hold on. Yeah. No. 5. Actually, 5, and I have to end my movement right there because I can't climb up. Well, it's been nice knowing you, Buck. Back over to you guys. I mean, I can sprint.
Did I get my marker?
Well, yeah,
Or can I-
I'm gonna sprint. Yeah, I'm gonna sprint so I can get up there. Did it save me? No, not really. Back over to you guys.
Don't forget Emily's regular move marker.
I got it.
I think Goose should go last.
Yeah.
You gonna stand still? Are you gonna?
So who we got?
If you move to the
Oh, no,
hex
you say-
beside you, then Hookline will have a harder time hitting you the way that
Yeah.
Edge goes, right?
I think so. I was thinking maybe we'll see. Rainy, you're gonna move or?
Yeah, I'll move. I was just gonna move.
Where you going?
1, right. 4, 3, right. There we go.
All right.
Regular movement.
Raptor will chime in to calm his own friends. Actually, first we're gonna have Sinker move. Why not? Get him out of the way. Actually, no, I should hold him. I should initiative sync him so I can force Goose to move first. Alternatively, though, I want to run. So you know what? I know how we solve this. Leadership check. If Sinker's terrified, he's gonna run. He double 1. He's getting the fuck out of there. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Got it.
Poor guy.
He's a pirate!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hexes with a sprint. As,
Can we also get a
Hookline-
movement marker on Cricket?
oh yes, he did a regular old move because jumping is a problem.
Oh, and don't forget my regular move, please.
Gotcha. And that just leaves Raptor, who is going to calm over and just, you 3 pull out, disengage. I'll hold them here. Raptor, you're damaged. Shut the hell up. Get back to base.
Ooh.
And he is going to cut off his own comm line and fuck it, to be honest, actually. Actually, hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get another charge going. Try it one more time. Why not? Actually, you know what? He won't charge this time. He's just going to come in guns blazing.
Of course.
But he will be right next to you.
I love it. Love it so much.
Do you guys think I should go for the runners or deal with shock?
I'll be hitting the Shadowhawk as well. So I think you can hit the runners if you want.
Okay.
I would say runner cleanup.
How comparatively is the cricket looking to the sinker?
I don't think we've done any damage on the sinker yet.
I thought I did.
Goose hit it pretty
Last
good.
turn, right?
Yeah.
Not last turn. We missed last turn, but Sinker did get at least a hit in, I think, prior to that.
I'm gonna jump jet up here.
You
And
once
then-
again leap into action with your jump jets.
And then I'll angle myself so that I can see these mofos and not expose my back.
All right. Let's declare some shooting, friends, for probably the last time this round. Y'all have to declare first. I can declare first because I want initiative. Raptor's gonna shoot Herda, obviously.
I think I should go for hook and or sinker because the cricket is injured and can't run away. So
Okay. So I'll go after the one you don't go after.
I'll go after. I think the sinker is.
Sorry, was that?
If you're just like kind of like getting a visual, hook line is armor punch through. Maybe has definitely seriously damaged. Sinker is still a bit more put together. He's not as damaged in the slightest.
Is sinker in my peripheral? Is it in my shooting?
Nice. You have line of sight.
Okay. I'll
Excuse me,
play
I'm sorry.
sinker then.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like, unfortunately, I think Cricket will declare Goose. That's what we're gonna do there. Why not?
Goose declares hook line.
All right. Hook, line, and sinker are both facing away and thus can't declare.
And Chop declares Raptor.
Sugar Rocks declares Raptor.
All right. Let's make it happen, friends. Let's go left to right this time. Sierra, we'll start off with you.
Okay.
You're targeting
so-
sinker, yes?
Yes, and I'm targeting their.
Mm-hmm.
So I have their round.
Their TMM is 2 for 5. You stood still, so it's -1 back down to 4. Medium range, so 6, and they had 1 point of cover, so 7.
Alrighty. That's a 7.
First one's through.
Okay. One. That is a 8.
An 8, you said?
Yes. So I hit with both.
Please roll 2d6 for critical damage.
For an 11.
11 is an engine hit, I believe.
Yes, it is. And
Oh boy, that's not gonna be fun. He's generating heat when he moves now.
core
Getting a
down.
little crispy.
Yep, getting a little crispy when he gets moving, unfortunately. Actually, same for my Shadowhawk one. That's gonna also gain 1 heat at the end of this turn.
I was going to say, yeah, another one got an engine hit.
Yeah, it's Shadowhawk, who's not gonna survive this turn, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's fine.
Okay, that's
Dude's pulling a Drake.
You never know.
Alright, let's go with Cricket next. Why not? He's skill 5, took a regular move, boost your TMM is 3 after your jump. So that's 8 total. He has 1 damage at this range, because Wasps are not very great mechs. And I didn't get an 8, unfortunately. So, gave it his all. Goose,
Hello, I'm firing into hook line.
skill 3, medium range, no cover, TMM of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Also my 1 for jump jetting.
8.
Also, it's
You
sprinting.
got 2 shots.
Oh, it's sprinted.
Yeah, don't you
Cricket
get
gets nothing.
Okay.
3 and 6.
Oof.
Plot point. Plot
Got
point.
another plot
Plot
point if
point.
you want to use
Plot
it.
point.
Yeah, plot pointing.
RJ still has 2.
6!
No!
I'm using physical dice.
Yeah, give up on the red 29 spread. It's not helping you.
Okay.
Hook line barely evades your fire and is able to hopefully slink his way away from here. We'll see. Let's keep it moving then and have Hook line and Singer both can't shoot, so we come over to Sugar Rocks.
All right. He would have been in my. He's just right up in the bits, isn't he?
It's
Right up in the
3/4.
baby.
It's 5.
5.
It's 5 to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
These short range.
Phrasing, I know.
I mean, I'm not one to say phrasing. I'm just one to make worse jokes.
That's
but-
one. Give him one more.
That is an 11.
And 11 is enough.
Really hope this thing doesn't blow it up.
I mean, you should roll critical damage, but it wouldn't matter necessarily because you can't deal damage with this explosion here. If you want to deal a crit, if you get an ammo explosion, you can, but it's not going to matter here. It's more just for your sake of
Do
your.
you want me to
wanna
roll
feel good
it?
about it?
Do you still want me to roll it?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
5.
No. Right.
No ammo
Good to
explosion.
know.
Nothing happens at a 5.
The armor's already trashed.
Well-
I can't trash the armor anymore. I make a tiny rotator just go haywire. I make something small. Just go.
Rules feed here that I'm going to throw in. I know earlier I said shots against same targets are lost. I will allow for the spending of 1 plot point you to retarget if your target is destroyed.
Ooh, nice.
That said,
Get hook line.
Raptor's up next. Raptor's going to take the shots against Herda while he can. Skill 4. You're UTMM to 2, so it's going to be 6. That's a 7, so take 1 damage Herda there, and then it's a 6.
2?
Yeah, 2 damage.
Oh, I was at 1. I was at 1 already.
Cool. Then I crit you. You take 1 to your structure, and I will roll critical damage. Let's see what we can get here.
Okay, so do I go pop? Is this like Lancer rules where if I take 1 to my
No.
structure, then I don't get my
Nope.
health back?
You just keep taking structure damage until you're destroyed. I rolled an 8, so you take the weapon hit crit. So you can mark off weapon hit on your sheet, and I
Cool.
believe that leaves us with Chops who's left to shoot. Yes.
Yes. And did I hear correctly?
You want to spend a
that
plot point to
Shadow-
retarget?
The Shadowhawk was destroyed?
Yes.
Yes, then I
Mhm.
shall retarget, spend my second plot point of the evening, and I will target Hook Line in that case. So I have
You got
5 plus TMM, I believe. 3 plus TMM.
Yep.
What's my TMM again here?
3. Oh, no,
his
it's 2.
TMM's 2.
Yeah, you're just
Okay.
2.
So I'm going for 7,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm medium range. So I have
Yep.
3.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 11, so that's 1.
Yep.
That's a 10, so that's 2.
You can stop rolling if you want.
Okay. Well, the last one was a 4, so.
You gotta where it counts. If you want to roll crit and see if you get ammo explosion, that's up to you. Have fun.
Sure. I'll roll it. 2d6.
2d6?
That's a 6, so weapon hit.
No.
No ammo explosion.
All right then. So let's describe what happens here on this turn. Sierra, you back up your Shadowhawk in a corner and sort of start placing some fire into Stinker, who is just loping and striding away. Cricket is limping on their one good leg, turning and putting a single laser shot backwards at Goose, who is coming down and aiming more fire over at Hookline. The shots don't seem to be hitting Goose at all, though. At least if they aren't making any purchase on solid armor. Chops, meanwhile, steps up and takes an aim with the QBC, slowly trying to line up and look for Hookline. Raptor, seeing his squad peel away, goes charging, weapons blazing, SRMs firing, autocannon blasting off, lasers firing in the hands, missiles going off, charging and screaming at Herda, blasting off weapons left and right. Herda, you fire off with a reply from your weapon. Your large laser gets off a single burst before a round spear straight through it and carves through most of that large laser. You fire off your missile rack on next to your head. Your medium laser fire pours into Raptor. He gets about 5 or so feet from the front of your mech. His mech toppled over, shut down, inactive, and destroyed.
Save the good parts for me, Herda.
Following that, Sinker's just like, fuck, Raptor's down. Hookline, you there? Yeah, man, I'm here. We're getting out of here, all right? Just think. And a single blaring beam of blue lightning here through the left arm sends that flying and blows through the middle of the torso. The engine hooks off, and the cockpit is roasted from the inside out. Hookline dies screaming.
Poor Sinker.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well,
Fuck.
War, everybody.
Would I be able to signal for open comms towards the cricket and sink?
If you'd like, sure, absolutely.
I'd like to try and persuade them to stand down. Sounds like maybe getting some information about what's going on at this base might be more just
Our negotiator is negotiating.
good at that.
You can try it.
I feel so bad.
I love a negotiation roll.
Sorry, what, Egg?
I feel so bad because aren't we still gonna have to kill them?
Maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah.
We're always hiring.
Should I roll a negotiation? I want to open comms
Yeast.
essentially for it to hail, and then Sierra to like, she'll turn on camera if that's an option, because part of her charisma is being able to look good. Literally, my skill is charisma because good looking. So, I'd be like, howdy partners, any of y'all willing to parlay?
You'll hear. You get two responses. The first, clearly from Sinker, panicked and breathless. Hell no! You crazy? Commando, kill us if I come back and say anything to you guys. Just cuts off the comm. It takes a bit longer for your second response, as you can see that someone's thinking about it, and then you wouldn't hear this part. Inside the cockpit, there's the left leg's damaged, jump jets down. I ain't getting no fucking further with this. Fuck. And
Hey, you can be smarter than your partner over there. Got a better chance of surviving with us than you are going back to camp.
all right, go ahead and roll your negotiation.
Ah. That is an 11.
11 beats my roll. It takes a long moment. Anyone making any immediate plans to stop Sinker? Because while Cricket does
I-
appear to be turning somewhat more, Sinker is still running.
Goose is gonna go after Sinker.
Well, then let's make this very simple, Goose. Make an attack roll for me real quick.
No, physical dice.
Skill 3, medium range, so 4, 5, TMM of 2, so 6, 7, 7.
I rolled a 8.
Loose. Sinker takes off running, forcing out of the trees, just to find your Vulcan careening down to land directly behind him. Flamethrower already up and ready. You rope into the rear armor, setting that reactor critical, and it's not long before, much like his friend, he goes up in a blue ball of reactor smoke.
Yeah.
Cricket sees this. After a long moment, the IFF on the Wasp goes dark, and the mech slumps itself forward somewhat.
What were you trying?
Man.
Oh, sorry, Bailey.
Just said,
Wait, your mic cut out. Say that again?
I just said smart man, that's it.
Oh.
Well, Wolvie's fucked.
Do our mechs have some sort of grapple chain hook sort of thing, just so we can kind of like, lack of a better term, lasso Cricket? Not in a combat way, but just in a like you're tying
If your goal to detain or restrain this person, then you would see that the cockpit of the Wasp is already kind of the faceplate is already shifting up and out to allow the mech warrior to come out. It's a pilot. You can see they have a full like pilot suit on and a fur, and as they kind of take their neural helmet off, you can see that they are pouring sweat from their from their face. Just all right. I know how this works. Let's keep it real simple and tight. I'll sit here quiet. You call whatever XO you have and get me to be back to whatever ship you've got. Then I'll talk.
Wait, is that how this works? I thought we were just gonna shoot him.
Oh, we were gonna talk. I don't know if we're gonna go back to the ship just yet. What's your call?
I mean,
Drop.
You know my
Sugar.
call.
I know your vote, Goose. I think we should
Camilla
get some
actually,
information.
Camilla actually taps in over here and just says, he's familiar with the MRCB code. He's going to talk lessons to an XO officially. And there are protocols to follow after all. Police him for a transponder. Make sure he has no bugs on him and no one can trace us. Afterwards, I'll call for Turtle to get him picked up. He's our problem, though.
Boo. All right, fine.
You're the commanding lady. Strip.
He's like,
In your
it's
pod.
-30.
Sierra will put on her coat, a nice fuzzy, like probably looks almost more like one of those I just murdered my husband house robes with like the furry cuff collars and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And will pop her cockpit and come down to, I guess, disarm him. You know, make sure that he
Mhm.
won't be any trouble being picked up.
Do some real simple again, another classic Star Wars Luma wipe here, actually, for the sake of simplicity here. Doesn't take you all too long to get this person fleeced. These are pirates. You were pretty certain they didn't have any super advanced tech on them anyway. And while the Wasp does have a transponder on it, it's not too hard to just simply disable that while you have access to the cockpit. As far as he himself goes, he doesn't seem to have anything on him as far as like bugs, tracer wires, anything like that. Again, this guy walked around with like he had his outfit he had on, a holdout pistol, and some spare credits, some spare C-bills on him. He's not coming equipped for like espionage. He does, however, clearly know his stuff, as he doesn't talk to any of you as you like show up and like fleece him. He doesn't fight back or resist or anything at all. He follows all the codes and everything like that, but he doesn't say a word to any of you.
There's being like, kill them with kindness mentality. Just be like, are you hurt? Do you need anything? Like, even if he isn't answering.
Yeah, he's not answering. If you're able to, as you're fleecing him, you can see that he clearly has a couple of like injuries here or there, small cuts and bruises and scrapes from getting banged around the cockpit a fair bit here or there. Doesn't seem like anything you couldn't handle with some time in the med bay back on the last trip, but he's not saying that to you, certainly. Nonetheless, it doesn't take too long for you all to get this person, comfortably. You literally just like zip tie his hands and legs and just sit him in the cockpit and close it. I mean, he can't pilot with his hands and legs zip tied, and he can't move the Wasp if he can't pilot it. So it's effectively just bolting him down to the floor somewhere, which, well, pretty efficient. There's also a good fucking amount of salvage and scrap left around here, which some of you are probably going to need to help replace some damaged parts and weaponry.
Let's let Herda.
It takes a moment for you all to kind of settle yourselves and talk and collect, and eventually Camilla does pop in and just, all right, settle inbound with a few of our Battlemech recovery vehicles. Here you all got into a bit of a scrap. Anything good out there?
Not really. I mean, some good parts. There was another Shadowhawk, that's for sure. But I think I'm a little bit more worried about our Warhammer Wolverine. The Wolverine?
Checking your armor readouts now. Yeah, you all took some nasty hits. Sugar Rocks, you all right?
I'm better off than what happened to those two commandos.
Suppose I can't argue with that. And a Shadowhawk. That could fetch us some C-bills. There's a cut over the comm. Don't get excited, Camilla. It's a 2D. Damn it.
Yeah. Hey, 2D's close enough to get at least something for desert heat in terms of repair parts.
Yeah, but getting the parts off of that with their armor slag panels and frayed myomer, pulling shrapnel out of all that core work. Oh,
I tried
busy for a
to.
fucking month.
Only a little bit of armor.
Not my
It's
fault.
Yeah, you've been
fine.
pretty
The
good, all things
dumbass-
considered.
Not my fault. The pilot decided it wanted to go out guns blazing.
Can't
Well,
say I blame him.
Which, by the way, like Herta like double checks looking through. Oh, yeah, that's Don't think the pilot's still alive, so there's gonna be a nice smelly corpse in there for you too, yow.
Pretty cold out.
oh yes. And he cuts the line. Well, good news aside, I'm glad you're all still in one piece. You're gonna need some time to get your mechs repaired up, and it doesn't seem like we necessarily need to bring you back here. I recommend... Well, your options are scarce here, relatively slim speaking. If you dock your mechs back here at the ship, we can get you all repaired up, but that puts you all a bit far from where you need to be looking at for further. And we don't want you to delay too much longer with another scout party. Hate to say it, but... Any recommendations?
I mean, I can do the best with what we got, but no promises.
There was that little town we passed through. What are the chances some of out of service engineers that were on the planet might be able?
Repair work
worth
might be
a shot.
tough to find on a rock like this, but it's not worth a bad idea at all. Tell you what, trek your way back here for now. We'll stop you off in your repair bits and get you out working on it for now. If we can get some local help, we'll get you all transported over there for what we can. Regardless, checking out town is probably a good idea. I'll fleece our friend for more info, but better off cross-referencing that with whatever you guys can find in town.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So, what do you say?
Oh, our friend's gonna need med attention after. We'll keep it by the
We got
books.
them on staffs. We'll get them patched.
Ooh.
All right.
Yes, dude.
What is it,
It
Goose?
should be fine.
Yes, Gary?
Oh no, I was just wondering if we're gonna take the mechs over to the town, or should we do some little bit more incognito?
It's actually
Oh,
pretty
dismount?
presumptive guess, kid. Dock your mechs here. We'll get you local transport. I can secure local transport to the town for you. It'll be ground-based, but much more conspicuous. No reason for anybody here to know there's any new Mechwarriors suddenly stomping around, yes?
I haven't heard it or felt it beforehand.
I think we might be far enough away from the blast zone that nobody around town is too aware unless they were already close by. Let's hope.
Well, all right, let's go.
Well, friends, you begin to slowly turn and angle your walking war machines. Some of you slagging off a few plates of armor as you do so. Others of you just reflecting on this new job you found. You've certainly encountered your forces. They're pirates, but some of you, in fact, I'd say most of you, you've fought pirates before. They're a vicious lot, cutthroat, but not always known for their outright loyalty. What the hell could be motivating them to stay so fucking defended in a place like this? What in the hell could be? Well, who knows? It is strange, though, that as you're finally getting a good satellite feed on the area around you, you see that town, a rough collection of about 20 or 30 buildings, about 30 clicks out, sort of to your due east from you. Seems active enough that you can tell that there's local industry and sort of commerce happening there, but it doesn't seem like it's too active where you don't see anything like mechs or anything, even like tanks or garrison forces, or really even any wall. This is a very small settlement as you're looking at it. You also see what looks like the location the pirates are based at. You're getting some information on it. It doesn't appear to be getting too much. From the topography, you can see what looks like a large, hollowed out mountain of some kind. A depression cut into it as if mined out. Which doesn't make sense because no mining utensil in a world like this is going to be powerful enough to blast out a mountain. Camilla says, That's our target then. Looks like any old scrapyard, but that money depression is impressive. Which made me think and do some digging. And thus, I found some old pick feeds. Something made them dig out that mountain. And it wasn't, well, I'll just show you. And she shows the pick feeds. You can see one from not too long ago where there is clearly like a massive pile of rocks and tumble all over the sort of side of this mountain with scaffolding and industrial equipment and even some industrial mechs all around it helping to move and lift away parts. Another picked a bit further in shows the same thing but a bit further on. And another shows what all that rubble finally pulled away. Star League era warships smashed into that mountain and buried something under it. But the weirdest thing is, Star League era warship would be enough scrap to pay this place off for years. The scrapyard that had it here would have been made. But they took the entire warship, as you can see from the pick feed, broke it down and hauled it somewhere else to get broken down for scrap. Whatever was buried under that warship, whatever was there, was more important than a Star League era ship that's out of production. No idea on that, but I wager that might have been what our pirates found.
Whoever? Or just whatever?
It's tough to call. At this point, we don't really know yet. But Star League era warship crashed somewhere here. It was a big enough deal the locals saw fit to move it rather than just breaking it down. Too many questions. Guess it's on you all to get answers, yeah?
Oh. Unless you want to come down and help us out.
No, thank you. I don't do well in the cold.
We're related. Alright.
I'll stay here and have a conversation with our new friend we've made here. Worst case scenario, I'll feed the info I find for you relevantly while you're investigating the town. Keep your heads on sharp out there. They might not have gotten anybody back to their base, but it won't be long before they know the scouts are missing.
Okay. Good to me.
Copy that.
Do we have any records as to what this town is as far as political persuasion? I know it's Lao area in general, but
Tough to say. This planet isn't attached to a larger state. It's fully independent. Doesn't even seem like it has a unified government. Possibly even any larger government. It's possible that individual scrap farms and corporate entities simply negotiate with whatever entity they wish to sell to here, while the people simply follow their own law of the land. You know what that means.
sounds like home.
Indeed. Which means watch your back. All of you.
Duly noted.
I've talked to local ground car into picking you all up from the ship. They're keeping our location secret, but I had to chip them in a bit extra for it. We'll be dealing with the funds and our financials for next quarter, but that's fine for now. As long as we get this job done. Which, I suppose you could say, we're all on a pretty good swing to so far. So, let's hope our luck holds. Yes?
Yep, I'll be sure to share mine with everybody else. So, did any of you hurt? You got hit pretty hard. Are you good?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Nothing's broken and I can still move.
I think maybe we need to have a conversation after this. What situates? But okay.
And
Korean
potato potato.
It's the Koreans speaking. I can still fight. I'm fine.
Okay, well, just a reminder that you're more than just your pilot. So, anyways, River.
Yes, ma'am.
Get a head start?
Can you?
probably a little bit
One more time?
in that kind of like energetic walking function.
Oh,
Fair enough. Well, you set your mechs of moving, lumbering back towards the ship, which, in the discussions of your luck, might notice that while damaged and certainly not getting in the air for any immediate time, not without some help at least, the last trip home was at least still functional. Meaning, while your luck might not have turned for the better just yet, it at least hasn't gotten any worse yet, right, friends? And as long as that sits in your heart, well, let's hope this job stays simple. But with that, tonight's episode, tonight's premiere of The Mercenaries Do comes to a close. I want to thank my incredible, illustrious, and almighty players for the wonderful work they bring to the stories that we tell. I want to thank you all at home for taking the time to sit around and watch us do our lovely little mecha thing here. Pass that around the horn one time. Let my players tell you who they are, who they've been, where they can be found on the internet, and maybe one or two cool things they have coming up too if they want to share those real quick. Let's go in reverse order this time and start with Bailey.
Leaders is. And in case it wasn't obvious, Egg and I, our characters are married. I don't have anything that exciting coming up. My only thing is that for series other game I'm in with C.
Yeah. Yeah. Be on the lookout for
magazines. I have an article coming out in the next month that when I have posted.
Ooh. Yeah, I've gotten the pleasure to have read Bailey's writing. It's quite good, so you should do so yourself, frankly. Thank you very much. Passing switch right along the bottom of your screen there, over to Rainy.
Hi, hello, my name's Rainy Keys. As you can find me on most spaces, except for the Dead Bird site, that's Rain Keys. Tonight I played Herda Bancroft, who has a twin, Psyche. Also, some cool things that I'm going to be a part of. Actually, you can catch me back here on your screens tomorrow night, as during one of our A Blade's Wild episodes, as we're finally getting around to wrapping up that story, for the Naruto 5e based game. That's a rotating cast one-shot. I will be playing Kurama Chihiro, the campaign's very famous punching bag, and Lord only knows how she survived by this long. So please always come back and check us out over there. We will be going live at 8:30 EST, thereabouts. Outside of that, you can catch me here at the next Mercenary Do episode, as Herda once again on your screen.
Well, to have you here for the premiere, Rainy, thank you. Passing it up to the top right, we're swinging it over to RJ.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ. You can catch me at rjustice282 on most social sites. Other than that, most of my games have gone dark. This is where I'm gonna be for a while. So yeah. Happy to be here, finally.
I've stolen you your mind, haha.
Eh.
And last, but certainly very, very far from least, we pass to the top left of your screen for the incredible and incomparable Egg-chan.
yo, that's me. Emily or Egg-chan. You can find me on Twitch and Itch. I'll be back here next week to fuck up some more mechs, maybe.
Maybe. Or, fuck up
Or
some social
fuck up
encounters
some
account.
people.
I mean, what?
What?
We'll see. Well,
Are you
happy
flirting
to
with my
finally have you
wife,
here.
Rocky?
Not yet. I mean, what?
Listen, not knowing us, it's better to have that sort of prepared than to not, and then be like, oh shit, I have to run actual, people between people combat. Fuck.
It'll be fine. Don't you worry about it.
That'll be great.
And friends, that of course leaves you over to me. I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly finest. I can be found all over the internet at Young Foxy, YUNGFOXXII. Sometimes there's a score in the middle, so if you can't find one, look for the other. I'm around all over here, particularly Neon Lights Roleplay, doing Neon Lights Roleplay things. The next place you're probably going to see me is, in fact, funnily enough, right back here in exactly a week for another raucous and lovely episode of the Mercenaries Do. I hope you will all come and join us again to watch this lovely gaggle of fuck-ups dumble their way through another contract and hopefully maybe get paid enough to keep their dropship fixed this time. Friends, this has been the Alliance Roleplay. We have been Mercenaries Do, and you have all been incredible. Have yourself a wonderful night. Take care, friends.
This is Sierra 2-1. Strike support is ready and standing by. Over. Until next time.